It gets stuck.
Thank you.
No, I'll walk back out. Yo sabes cómo se ve. Vamos a ver.
Thank you. Yeah. Today was last thing, right? When you come back. Between him and I said, I know you did. I know you did. Here we go. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not there 30 years. I laid it out.
May I have your attention, please? All rise. Lawrence County Municipal Court is now in session. The Honorable Donald R. Capper presiding. All those having business before the court draw near and you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is May 16. Welcome to the Lawrence County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. This is our criminal docket. So we start with the old cases where people have been ordered to do things, and this we call them a review hearing. So we're going to review your file to see if you're making progress on your orders. When your name's called, come up with the word to the right, the table to your right, stand there, and we're going to go over your file with you. Call the reviews, please.
Darius Aldridge, Casey Barker, Jamie Bias, Christopher Casella, Holly Elkins, Stephen Fletcher, Roger Frizzell.
Darius Aldridge is case number 2512, and you've done quite a bit of community service since your last appearance in court, and paid $100 this month. So this is good progress. You still have some community service left to do, and are you making any further payment today on your fine?
No, sir, it's once a month,
Okay.
$150 a month till it's paid off, sir.
All right, that'll be fine. See, my scheduler is not up. Okay, this is your first review, so I'm going to go into July before your next review. I'll set it for July the 11th, so almost 2 months. If you get it done before then, you don't have to come back. July 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
It's Casey Barker.
Yep.
Okay, your report from Lawrence County Recovery is good. Are you able to pay anything on your funds?
No, I did a couple days community service.
Okay, is that correct?
I would have to verify, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you do it here or did you do it?
Yeah, I did it here.
Okay, so you're back at Lawrence County Recovery, so
Yep.
they are letting you do community service though, right?
Yeah, they are.
June 23rd. June 23rd will be your next hearing. 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Jamie Bias.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Case number is 2151 and 24603. And where are you calling in from?
I'm in Lexington, Kentucky still. I'm working here.
Okay.
We're still working in Lexington.
You did some community service since your last hearing, and you made a payment April 28th. Okay, do you have any payment you're making now?
I don't have a payment today. I'll have another $100 payment next month. I paid $170 this past April, and yeah, we'll be able to do another substantial amount, about $100 next month. I can make like a small payment today, but it will only be like maybe $20. So I like to make at least $100 payments, if that's fine.
I'll let you wait till before your next review, and I'll need you to pay. So we'll go a month out, and
Okay.
I'm actually going to set it a little longer than a month. I'll make it June 20th.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
June 20th at 9 o'clock.
Sure thing. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Christopher Casella.
Yes, sir.
24,500, 24,90. Community service is all done, so that's good.
I've been trying to work like on Saturdays and stuff and pay on the fine and stuff.
Okay, yeah, you've got some extra credit that went toward your fine. Are you making any payment today?
I won't be able to today.
Okay, that's fine, you've done well you've done quite a bit of community service, so. And this was your first review, so I'm gonna go into July for you for your next one.
Okay.
That way, if you get it done, you don't have to come back.
Okay, do I have to do that, schooling thing? Because I'm trying to get a second job so I can work 2 jobs to,
Yes, you're, on the first offense, ordinarily you're required to go to what's called the driver intervention program if you don't go to jail. So you'd rather do that than go to jail on Sunday. So you got to get that done. There's one here in Lawrence County. You can get the information from Mr. Major.
I believe I gave him the paper, Your Honor.
Oh,
yeah, I got the paper, yeah.
You can go to any one that's approved by the state, and there's some cheaper ones at other places in the state if you want to go.
Okay.
Any one that's approved by the state of Ohio, you can go to.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get that in before my next hearing. I'm gonna try, but,
If you get that done and everything, you got your community service and get your fine paid off, you don't have to come back.
how much more do I owe on the fine?
I'm showing 570, it looks like.
Okay, but I'll be there tomorrow for the community service. I've been trying to do it every weekend.
Okay, very good.
So what was that, July?
July the 11th
July,
will be your next hearing at 9 o'clock.
okay, July. Alrighty, thank you.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Holly Alphins. 04179, 23,342, 24,387. And your community service is all done, you're just working on fines.
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm gonna pay something on it today, and then I'm gonna be at community service in the morning.
Okay. Do you know what you're paying today?
I'm gonna do like 30 or 40.
Okay, I'll put you down for 30.
Okay.
So you're gonna go to your clerk, make that payment, and then you've got one case that's really old, so we're gonna do it monthly, so.
Okay.
June 16th,
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
exactly 1 month. 9 o'clock, June 16th. Stephen Fletcher, 23,705. Community service done, working on fines. You paid $100 last month. Are you paying anything today?
Yeah, 200.
200 today? Okay. Now, obviously, looks like you're working Mondays or Fridays. What's better for your work schedule?
Fridays.
Okay. I'll make it June 27th. That's a Friday. Last Friday, you get it done, you don't have to be here. June 27th, 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Roger Frizell,
Here, Your Honor.
24,782, 2549. We still have community service on both of these that needs to get attended to.
I'm going to start them Tuesday, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have a payment today on your funds?
I'm going to do 300.
Okay. See the clerk to make your payment. What's better for your schedule, Mondays or Fridays for your follow-up hearings?
Friday, Your Honor.
All right, June 27th. At 9 o'clock will be your next hearing. Once you finish these, you don't have to come back.
All right.
See the clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Anthony Gianmarco, Kimberly Jones, Kayla King, Otis Sexton, Carolyn Rayburn Slack, Amber Spears, Dylan Spence.
All right, Anthony Gianmarco. Okay, and I got a report on him from Southern Hope too. Let me check that out. Do you have that? He said he dropped it off. Discharge summary?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Major has it.
Okay, so we'll go over that when we get that report. Kimberly Jones is here. 20, 26, 86, 21, 10, 57, 21, 11, 46, 21, 206, 21, 32, 21. You just have to pay on your fine. You have a payment.
Right. Oh, not today, I will though. I did, I don't know, I think about $10 on about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I'll bring some more money in when I can get it. I got the city of Huntington down my back over the fees and operating without a license. So I got to pay them money too over there. Get my, down my back. City of Huntington's down my back, Your Honor. Okay, I'm trying.
I'll set your next hearing in the 1st of June. Let's see what we got. June 13th.
June 13th?
That's a Friday. 9 o'clock, June 13th.
Your Honor, if I may, she turned some community service in this morning, and I've looked it over. It was 3 pages of community service. She went and got a report of everything she's done. I am going to go through it and see if there's anything she hasn't had credit for.
Okay.
Just from a quick glance, it looked like she had credit for everything, but I'll double check it.
Okay.
I got close to 80 hours in, and then I got that heart deal going on. The doctor gave me a,
We'll look at it and give you credit before you come back the next time.
okay, thanks.
Your balance is in. All right, June 13th is your next meeting.
Okay, appreciate it.
9 o'clock. Okay, well, one of the things it says is client entered Southern Hope 11/13/24, relapsed on May 4th on THC, not willing to take contact with them, decided to leave Southern Hope, self-referred to recovery branch. Said multiple behavior issues, was put on the 8-year contract, and had multiple relapses. This time I'm going to place you in custody, and I'll decide what to do at the end of the docket. You're commanded into custody. Kayla King, 24,382. Bethesda.
Yes, Your Honor.
She has a good report. Okay, so at some point, can she do community service?
She can, once she reaches phase 2, she's eligible to do that.
I'm already in phase 2
So
already.
she just needs to put in case management to do it, yes.
Okay, well, let's get her in here and she can start working off some of the fines and court costs.
Okay.
I'll set your next hearing for June 20th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Otis Sexton. 24,770, 24,539. Okay, you were serving a concurrent jail sentence. Is that over now?
Yes,
Okay. So what are you doing now? Where are you living?
South Point.
Okay, you've got some fines to pay. How do you plan on doing that? You work them off or you gonna pay them?
No, I'm paying like $5 a week. I just got employed for the Huntington Parks and Recreation. So I'm waiting to get my Social Security card in the mail, and I'll be employed in Huntington.
Okay, you did make a $5 payment.
Yeah, and I got
Fairly
five
recently.
to, I got 5 to make now.
Okay. I'll put you down for that. And do you know what your work schedule is going to be for Parks and Recreation?
It's gonna be 40 hours a week.
Monday through Friday, or?
Yes,
Well, I'm going to have to set your reviews on Monday or Friday, which is better for you.
probably Friday.
Okay. I'll set your next hearing for June 27th, last Friday of June, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Carolyn Rayburn, 1215. Just have to pay off the balance.
Yeah, it's the balance is like 200, correct?
252.
252. I have transportation arrangements to be here Monday morning to do community service, and by the 1st of June, I will be able to pay the balance off and be finished.
I'll set you for June 20th. When you get it done, you don't have to be here.
Okay, thank you,
June
sir.
20th is your next hearing at 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Amber Spears, 242254. She's at Lawrence County Recovery. Says she is compliant, so that's good. And you've done several hours of community service since our last hearing. All right, are you able to pay anything on your fine today?
No, I'm actually going to work it off.
Okay.
I talked to Cooper. Cooper told me about working it off.
Okay.
Because I'm buying a house and I'm trying to get my license too, so.
When are you gonna be out?
What do you mean?
When are you coming out for community service?
I can do it on Saturdays.
Okay,
Yeah.
tomorrow, you'll be here tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. I'll set you for June 23rd at 9 o'clock as your next hearing. Got a good report this time.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Oh, I am. Thank you.
You're up. Dylan Spence, 2330. And you still have your community service due. You did make a payment today.
I can finish making my payments next week, and I actually worked 20 hours of community service this week. He's supposed to be sending it over sometime today.
Okay, and you still have to do the driver intervention program?
I finished that.
Okay, where'd you do it?
Arlington did it in January. They were supposed to send over my completion.
I do not have a report on it.
I'll bring up my copy Monday if that's possible.
Yeah, just get in touch with them.
Yes,
They're
sir.
Pretty unusual, they usually are good about filing it. It needs to be filed with the court that you completed.
Yes, sir.
Is there anyone here from the treatment facility?
I seen him earlier, but I guess he walked out.
Okay, if they're here, talk to them about it. Okay, your next hearing, I'll go into July, since this is your first hearing and you've done well. If you get things finished, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
July 14th, your next hearing,
What time?
9 a.m.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. The next hearing are what's called the arraignments, and that's for new cases and old cases where there's a warrant. So when your name is called by the bailiff, come up to the table to your right, stand there, I'm going to go over the charges with you. The purpose of the arraignment is for you to understand what you're charged with, the possible penalties for it, if it's a misdemeanor to take a plea. You don't have to agree with it. It could be false. I don't file the charges. That's not my job. I judge the charges. The prosecutor files the charges. They have to prove the charges. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, everything you say here is being recorded. It's on the record, is what lawyers would call it. So that means it can be used against you if you admit something about your case. So today's not the trial. Sometimes people want to get up and start talking and tell me, well, this is actually what happened. I can't throw the case out today. So there's no benefit to you of getting up and making a bunch of statements about what happened. If you want a lawyer, you have a right to have one, and to have one appointed if you meet the guidelines for court-appointed lawyer. I have to ask you about your income if you want a court-appointed lawyer. You have a right to bail and make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter guilty or no contest, you're waiving those rights I just explained. You should not waive your rights if you don't understand the proceedings, if you're confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want a lawyer, if you want a trial. Any of those reasons, enter a not guilty plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Kerry D. Tucker, case number CRB 25217. Your Honor, there's a co-defendant. State of Ohio versus Cheryl A. Russell, CRB 25216, A and B. Cheryl Russell.
Okay, ma'am, you're Carrie Tucker.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tucker, case number for you is 25217, A and B. Have you received a copy of these charges?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 217A is reckless operation that alleges that at Rome Township on March 18th, you were operating a vehicle in a willful or wanton disregard of the safety of other persons or their property. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. The B case, 217B, is disorderly conduct. It's also a minor misdemeanor. So neither one of these are jailable offenses. They both carry a maximum penalty of $150 fine. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Okay, I'm not understanding.
Do you understand your rights, ma'am, that I explained at the beginning of this course?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have questions about these charges?
I do.
What is your question?
The disorderly conduct.
They're alleging you cause inconvenience, annoyance, or harm to others by fighting, threatening harm to other persons or their property. That's the allegation. It may not be true, but you need to understand what they're alleging, and they have to prove it. When I say they, that's the state of Ohio. Do you understand the charge, ma'am?
Yes.
How do you plead to these charges? How do you plead to these charges, ma'am? Okay, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea since you're not responding. And I'm going to set it for a trial.
Actually, sir,
No, ma'am.
no
You're not in
contest.
control of this, ma'am. I
I'm
am.
sorry, I'm hard of hearing.
I'm setting it for a trial.
Okay.
June the 9th at noon, it'll be set for trial,
And where would that be?
right here.
Okay.
And she can sign a $500 signature bond. So you're gonna sign a piece of paper that just says, I promise to come to court when I'm ordered to,
Okay.
or I'll pay a $500 penalty if I don't show up.
Okay.
So you're welcome to have a lawyer, but I can't appoint one for you because none of these charges are jailable. You can only get a court-appointed lawyer when you're in danger of losing your liberty, and you're not.
Okay.
All right, June the 9th at noon will be your next hearing.
All right.
You're free to go. On Cheryl Russell, it says summons was served for hearing today. I don't understand what this means. Continue DB okayed, May 19th. So I assume you okayed, did they call him and ask for continuance or something? Cheryl Russell.
Particular memory of this case. I mean, I can't deny it, but I don't recall out.
Okay. You don't know
I don't know.
whose handwriting
I mean, I
it
wouldn't normally write a sticky note and not write on there, that's not my handwriting.
is? Okay, so what I'm going to do, that's Monday. So I'm just going to pass, we'll put it on the docket. They didn't appear today. If they don't appear Monday, they'll get a warrant. If they appear Monday, then we'll proceed with the arraignment. So pass it for arraignment to Monday, the 19th.
State of Ohio versus Adam Hudson, case number TRC 25978, A and B.
Morning, Your Honor. I've been retained to represent Mr. Hudson. We'll waive reading. Enter not guilty plea.
All right, I'll enter an appearance for Mr. Smith and a not guilty plea for Mr. Hudson. I don't think it's posted bond. I don't see one.
We'd ask for a signature bond since he
You
showed
can
it
sign a
voluntarily.
$1,000 signature bond. So I'm setting things in June. Do you have a preference as to the pretrial date?
Judge, I've got June availability, well, every Friday, 6/6, 13th, 20th, 27th.
Okay, any of those work, you don't have a preference?
It's a breath test, so 6/6 which should work. It's not a urine situation.
June 6th will be the next hearing. Will be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Judge.
Well,
State of Ohio versus Heather K. Barnett, case number CRB 2366.
You don't have to pay that unless you wish. Oh, that's good. Progress report. Okay, thank you.
all right, and ma'am, you're Heather Barnett,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you're in treatment now at Restoring Hope.
Yes, Your Honor.
when I was incarcerated, I had sent a notice of availability.
Yeah, I see the clerk had sent you a letter back a year ago, May 15th, as to
Yeah.
what you should do, and now you're appearing.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll withdraw the warrant that had been issued for your failure to appear.
Thank you.
You have 60 hours community service and fines and court costs to pay. I'm on board with you going to treatment, so we can wait while you do that. Is this inpatient?
yes.
And
Can
you're
you tell
just
me
now
how?
getting started?
Yes, well, January 18th.
Okay.
Do you know how much my fines are?
$335.
Okay,
You can work those off, actually. You can do, you had 60 hours of community service. Once you get that done, if you do anything extra, you get $50 a day credit towards your fine.
okay. I can probably pay a majority of that, a couple hundred, after the first of next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do, we'll put you back on a regular review hearing docket. I'd like to see reports of progress. I want you to do well. I want you to finish the treatment. And so we'll go approximately a month out. We'll make it June 20th for the next hearing. And that's going to be a review hearing.
Okay.
9 a.m. on June 20th. And I want to see a good report from Restoring Hope. And if you, I don't know if you're eligible yet to do community service, but if you can get out and do some community service, it'll go for what she goes to the court.
Okay, how do I,
7:30 any morning except Sundays, you can come here to the court and do community service from here.
okay, all right.
All right, any questions?
Now, they'll give me transportation for the community service, or
No, there's not transportation.
but they'll tell me where I can go?
Here, you come here.
Oh, I'll do it here.
Probably would be a good idea if you go check in with the person, since it's been so long, go check in with your probation officer, Mr. Major. His office is to the left as you leave the courtroom. Go there, check in with him, tell him what you're going to be doing, and then if you have questions, he can answer them about your probation.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's get this taken care of. June 20th is your next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Sidney J. Daly, case number CRA 17177.
And you're Sidney Daly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're coming in on your own, or did you get arrested on a warrant?
No, I came in on my own.
Okay. You had an attempted receiving stolen property conviction, and it looks like you did pay your fines and court costs, but you never did your community service.
Yes, sir.
And you missed a review hearing back in September of 2017, so there's been a warrant outstanding all this time.
Yes, sir. I moved to Texas right after I got it, and I never took care of it. I just moved back here 2 months ago, and
Where are you going to be living now?
I'm in Harts, West Virginia.
Oh, know it well. What's your mailing address there?
Mailing address, it's P.O. Box 33. It's either 33 or 303, I forget, because I just moved in with my in-laws.
What's their names? What's their names?
Compton, Mavis Compton.
Mavis Compton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I withdraw the warrant, and just like the last person, I'm going to set you up on review hearings. Are you working now?
Yes, I'm working for a dedicated line service, so I'm out of town most of the time.
Do you know your schedule?
Yeah, it's 8 days on, 6 days off, so if I looked at a calendar, I would know.
Okay, let's get him a calendar so we can pick out a review hearing.
But I am on call there too as well.
Okay. Well, you got to come back to court until you get this finished. We'll have periodic review hearings, so.
Today's the 16th.
It's going to be a Monday or a Friday for your next review.
Are you looking for about a month out, Your Honor?
Yes.
Go about 30 days out, somewhere in there.
Okay. So this I could. Sorry. I could. The 13th?
June 13th, you can be here?
Yes.
We'll set it for June 13th. If you're making progress toward your case and doing things to get it resolved, I'll let you appear by teleconference.
Oh, that would be great.
you've got a smartphone or a laptop, you can get the sign-in information from the probation office and do it that way.
Okay, what time was it
9
on?
a.m., June 13th.
Okay,
Want to get that information today, you can talk to Mr. Major, the probation officer. Probably be a good idea for you to touch base with him anyway. His office is to the left as you exit the courtroom.
okay.
Okay?
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Derek Lockhart, case number CRB 24-313, CRB 24-414, CRA 24-424.
Your Honor, if I may, came to the community service yesterday and he had missed the hearing, so I attended Monday.
Okay. Yeah, it was set on the 12th, so Monday. It was
Yeah, on the
set for
12th.
hearing. Did you just get the wrong day or what happened?
Yeah, I put down the 16th.
Okay.
'Cause that's, I was used to coming on Fridays, I never,
All right, so he did do some community service yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor.
and I tried the day before that too, but I didn't make it down here on time, so I just didn't even come in.
Do you have any payment you're making on your,
Yeah, I'm gonna pay $20 on it today.
okay?
And I'm gonna try to get it knocked out by July. I got, well, like 40 or 36 hours left to do, I think, altogether.
Okay, this is a fairly recent case, so I'll go into July for your next hearing. You get it done, you don't have to come back.
Thanks, sir.
July the 11th will be your next review hearing at 9 a.m. See the clerk to make your payment. Clerk is to the right as you leave the court.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kyle S. Bowen, case number TRD 22877, A and B.
And this is an old case. It's Wes, you missed a hearing February 17th of 23, and it's on a no operator's license.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you admit or deny you missed your hearing?
I admit it.
And you paid off your fines today, it looks like.
Yep,
You still have 2 days community service to do.
yep.
Okay, I'll withdraw the warrant since you came in. You didn't get arrested, I take it?
No.
Okay. Lucky.
I don't drive around or nothing. I haven't been driving around or anything.
All right, so we'll go about a month out. You should get the 2 days done, then you don't have to come back. So you got lots of good.
Is there any way I could schedule it for earlier than that?
Well, you don't have to come back if you do them.
Okay, okay.
I'm going to set a date.
Okay.
If you don't have it done, then you got to be here. If you
Okay.
get them done, you don't have to show up, because this is a hearing to determine if you do what you're ordered to do.
Yeah.
Once it's done,
Yes,
it's
sir.
over. You don't have to come to these hearings.
Yes, sir.
So I'll set it for June 13th, get it done, those 2 days done. You can do any day but Sunday at 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
for community service. You have 2 days to do, and then you're done.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You understand what you need to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. June 13th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else I need to do or anything?
No.
Okay.
Free to go.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Meade, case number CRB 17936, A and B, CRB 16887, TRC 164606.
For me, this year, this has been set for a hearing on December 30th. It looks like you missed that hearing.
I was incarcerated.
Okay. Where are you going to be living now?
I'm in Chesapeake. I'm both.
Same place?
Yes, sir, with my mother.
Previous?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it looks like, and you had the post bond with Mr. Sowers, right?
Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, I think you know how this works, so I'll set another review hearing, get what you owe the court finished.
I got
Looks
money
like,
to
in
pay.
one case, it's fines only, another one, you got some community service to do too.
I'm going to try to get that taken care of here soon, but I got a payment to make you too today, so.
Okay, how much are you paying?
$40.
I can see the clerk to make that payment,
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
and I'll cancel the warrant that was outstanding for you. Now, because you've got a bond up, it's going to be on the sentencing docket.
Yes, sir.
Because now you understand before, unfortunately, when people don't show up and I issue a warrant for them, the sheriff doesn't go break his neck to go find them. Unfortunately, I wish he would, but I guess he's got a lot of other stuff to do. So typically what happens is then when you get police contact, you get pulled over for speeding, you just don't get a ticket, you go to jail because of the warrant. But now it's a different ballgame, you understand? Mr. Sowers has posted a bond for you.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
$2,500, as I say. He would go to the gates of hell
Yes, sir.
not to pay $2,500.
I understand that, Your Honor.
He'll come get you wherever you are if you don't show up. So it's not like you can just wait a couple of years.
He knows everything, you know.
You gotta get in here, he's gonna come snag you and take you to the jailhouse.
Yes, sir. There was a question I'd like to ask about trying to get a release from my license because I'm working.
Okay.
And I have a hold on my license here through the state. Even though that I was suspended for 90 days, I don't know why it hasn't been released, but maybe because of my habits
Don't think
of not
it's,
court.
here's what you need to do. Your last case was in 2016, so any suspension I would have given you is way over.
It was 90 days, but I still have it in the computer of the state of Ohio that I have a hold here at this courthouse.
Is that possible? Clerk says no. So here's what I would do if I were you. There's two local BMV offices. One's in Proctorville, one's in Acton. You can go to either one. And I'm sure they don't want people to know this because they used to, they wouldn't do this. But now you can walk in there and you're supposed to say, help me figure out what I got to do to get my license back. They've got the computer right there. They can pull it up and see all your history with the BMV, and they're supposed to walk you through what you need to do. I'm not sure there's anything from here.
But they gave me a phone number to call, and I owed the state like $800, and I paid the state the $800 that I owed them, but they still never released them. I can't even get a license plate.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't have a cheap solution for you.
I understand.
I mean, you could hire a lawyer or somebody like that to help you get through it. I wish there was someone I could refer you to that would take it on and try to figure it out.
I understand.
So you've already been to the BMV?
Yes, I've already been there. I've done everything that they asked, and I paid the state, like I said, I think it's $750 some, and they still won't release me, didn't get a license plate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
I'm sorry, could you please tell me my court date one more time? I'm sorry about that.
I don't think I've given you one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I'll make it June 20th.
All right, that sounds great.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Sorry I couldn't be more help. June 20th is your next hearing at 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Holly Ann Lewis, case number PRC 25956, A, B, and C.
Ma'am, are you Holly Lewis?
Yes, yes.
Ms. Lewis, I'm going to go over the charges with you, which I think you have in your hand. Case number 25286 is a possession of cocaine charge. And it alleges that Fayette Township on May the 13th of this year, you knowingly were in possession of a controlled substance, and that was cocaine. More than 5 grams, less than 10 grams. So that makes it it's a felony of the 5th degree, maximum penalty, 1 year in jail, $2,500 fine. Case number 25288 is a possession of drug paraphernalia charge. It's a misdemeanor of the 4th degree. It's alleging that at the same time and place, you knowingly were in possession of drug paraphernalia, being a straw with drug residue in it. So that's carries a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Then you've got some traffic charges. 25956A alleges May 13th at 8:48 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle while under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and that you submitted to a urine test. So urine test, the sample is packaged, sent to a lab for testing, and it takes several weeks to get the results. I don't have any results on it yet, so I can't tell you what the state's going to allege was in your urine. The state is alleging this would be your first offense, that you have no priors. So on a first offense, the maximum is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. That's the most that can happen. There is a minimum, so the least that can happen if you're found guilty is 3 days in treatment, $375 fine, 6-month license suspension. That's the minimum penalty. You understand that charge and the possible penalty? And you've got a safety belt violation. That's a mandatory $30 fine if you're found guilty. And a turn signal violation. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. So it looks like there's 5 charges total. Do you understand the 5 charges?
Yes,
Do you understand your rights that you have as a defendant?
yes.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No,
Do you have a job?
yes.
What do you do?
I work for a real estate attorney in Huntington.
Okay. Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed attorney? If you do, then I have to ask you about your income.
Okay.
Our Supreme Court in Ohio tells me what I got to do. I have to determine your gross annual income, so you got to help me. Do you know what your gross annual income is, or
I think it's like 30.
$30,000 total? Do you have any dependents?
Yes, one.
One child? Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel. And I'll appoint Mr. Steyer. He's here in the courtroom. What's the state's position? She's posted a bond with Mr. Sowers. Does the state have any additional conditions they'd like to see on bond?
We'd like to see if, she's alleged to be in possession of drugs, so we would like to see her be assessed for treatment if that's a problem. We'd like to have that as a condition.
Mr. Sire?
Do you have a medical card or insurance?
Yes, but it's not in Ohio right now.
What is it? What do you have?
Like Medicaid?
West Virginia Medicaid? Or
No,
something?
Jersey.
New Jersey. Well, she has New Jersey Medicaid, but the address I'm seeing here is Ohio, so I would assume that would be able to be transferred, but I don't know with her income if she's going to qualify.
Okay.
So that may be an impediment. She doesn't have private insurance, so if she doesn't qualify for Medicaid, I don't know where we're going to land on that.
Okay. I'm going to refer her to RRS is at least willing to do an assessment, it looks like.
Okay.
So the gentleman is here from RRS. I want you to speak with him, get that set up.
All right.
And then we'll come back. So her bond is continued. Do you have a preference as to when to come back for the next hearing?
No,
Is Monday or Friday better for you generally?
probably Friday.
Fridays are better. I'm here on the 30th, which is in the 15 days. They have 15 days to have you back in here because there's a felony pending, but we can waive that and go out a little bit further if that's easier for.
With work, we
Yes.
can do it a little bit later.
Okay, we could waive the 15-day requirement. I'm here the 6th of June, and I'm here the 13th of June. Fridays are better for her work schedule.
The 6th works.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll set the next hearing for June the 6th.
Is there an issue with the 6th?
No.
Okay.
I just have a quick question.
Ask it to me.
Is my license currently suspended?
No, your license, I would assume her license is not suspended because she didn't submit
Not
the
suspended,
test.
it's a urine test.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to wait, I'll talk to you about it. Thank you.
Next hearing, June 6th, at 10 o'clock, for preliminary hearing and approving bonds continued.
State of Ohio versus Tanisha Mary Adkins, case Case number CRB 25287. Tanisha Mary Atkins. Mary Tanisha Atkins.
Yeah, Tanisha Mary Atkins is what's on the complaint. Was released from the jail on a medical as a Huntington address, so I will issue a warrant for failure to appear. Okay, we're going to start the pretrial docket now. We may have some more arraignments, so if you were told to be here for an arraignment, it's possible they're still working on the paperwork because it takes a while to get it ready, so it's still get called up later.
State of Ohio versus Tyler Gold Counts. Case number CRB 25238. Tyler Gold Counts.
This is Roger Smith's case, set for pretrial. Tyler Counts.
I have not seen him this morning, but I have been out in the lobby for an hour.
Tyler Counts, come into court. He has a bond up.
I guess we had an arrest warrant issued for Mr. Savers to
Yes.
pick him up for us. I'll reach out to him, but I really had little contact with him.
I'll notify Mr. Sowards that he failed to appear, and I'll set a bond forfeiture for June 13th.
Okay, that's fine, Judge. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Shauna Short. Case number CRB 2582.
This is Mr. Smith's case also, pretrial. Is this our copy, Keith?
It is, Judge.
Okay.
He's not here.
All right. Is this mine?
Judge, if we could have one more pretrial, I think we'll resolve it. We're heading towards a dismissal as long as she complies with treatment. I don't know if treatment's ever going to end. It is, and I need to speak with Bree at OVP, and Mr. Hill would like her grandfather here. It was his weapon.
Okay.
Any Friday in June, Your Honor.
20th?
Yes, sir.
June 20th will be the next hearing. 10 o'clock, pre-trial.
West Virginia.
State of Ohio versus Billy Jack Barnett, case number CRA 25289, A and B. This is the right.
Sir, you, Billy Jack Barnett,
Yes.
have you received a copy of the charges?
Nope.
You're getting them now. You're getting them now.
Yeah. I'm aware of them.
Okay. You've got 2 charges. Case numbers are 289A and B. The A case alleges that on May the 13th in Perry Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to an occupied structure or any of the contents of that structure without the permission of the owner. So the charge is vandalism. It's a felony of the 3rd degree. Maximum penalty for that is 5 years in jail, $10,000 fine. 289B alleges breaking and entering. That May the 13th, Perry Township, you did by force or deception trespass in a structure with the purpose to commit a theft offense in that structure. So that's breaking and entering. It's a felony 5. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand these 2 charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
Probably.
Okay, so you want to hire your own, or you want me to?
When's my, you know when my next court date will be, so I can get that
Well,
ready?
I haven't said it yet. You have a right to, since you're going to be out on bond, it looks like, you have a right to have a hearing within 15 days. That's your right to make the state bring the evidence in, show me there's a reason to go forward with this case.
Or a little longer than that, because.
You can waive it and go longer than that if you
Because I
want.
had, yeah.
You want more time than
Yes,
15
sir.
days?
I appreciate it.
How much time do you think you need to get a lawyer?
30 days.
State okay with that as long as there's a waiver?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll set it exactly 1 month, so that's
Thank you.
the 16th of June.
Thank you.
1 month from today. June 16th will be your next hearing. It'll be right here in this court at 10 o'clock. I'm going to put down that you will hire a lawyer.
Yes.
And your bonds continued that you've already posted. So you'll need to be back here in court here on June the 16th, unless you hire a lawyer and they say, I made arrangements for a different date, then you come the date the lawyer tells you to be here.
Understand, I understand.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Bryan?
Is there a holder on my vehicle?
Well, let's ask the state. Where is your vehicle right now to your
I have
knowledge?
no idea.
It was towed?
Yes.
At this moment in time, I don't know if they are holding it as evidence, but we'll try to find out before.
Can you do that today?
For impound as evidence. We can try to do it today, sure.
If you want to stick around, let them, their people will call their other people.
Okay.
And see what they're going to say about the vehicle, and then we can let you know. That way you don't have to wait a month to
I appreciate
find
it.
out. So
Thank you.
it may take a while, because there's a lot of other cases going on, but we'll get to come back to it eventually. We'll call you back up.
And what's the next date, Your Honor?
June 16th.
And I do have a time waiver for Mr. Barnett.
Yeah, you're going to need to, so since we're going over 15 days, you got to sign a piece of paper, say, I agree to go more than 15 days. That's what we're going to ask you to sign. And then we'll recall your case later today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Paul Mann, case number CRB 2574.
Mr. Smith's case, set for a pretrial today. My notes were it was going to be a dismissal if there was no further problems.
That's correct. Who is this? Paul.
And Carolyn Slack,
Yes, sir.
you can come out and talk to the president.
I think it's Mr. Steyer's client.
Okay.
I don't know where Mr. Steyer went here.
He's in the building somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did they call you again? I didn't hear that, I was out there, I apologize.
Well, they called Mr. Mann's.
Oh, she's a co-defendant.
Yes.
She was under Rayburn.
She had a,
I had a tracker.
she had a review this morning, and we did those.
The review was under Rayburn, but this is
under Slack.
This is under Slack. It, definitely on the docket.
It is.
Yeah, they called me.
Excuse me, I've got it here.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Carolyn Slack, case number CRB 2573.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's my understanding both cases are going to be dismissed now without cost due to there being no further problems since the arraignment.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Both cases are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Tracy A. Berry, case number CRB 2514, A, B, and C.
Mr. Steyer's case, and so for pretrial.
Well, okay.
It's 30 days out now.
Your Honor, this is one we were coming back on to kind of track some treatment. She has another appointment out about 30 days with Shawnee. I think this is one we were discussed, probably a dismissal without cost due to the nature of the charge.
So you're asking for another continuance?
No, at this point, well, I mean, I think last time we were here, we talked about maybe going and dismissing.
What's the state's position?
This is not going to be something where the treatment ever ends, probably.
The last time we were here, we discussed the idea of coming back another time and make sure that she's still in treatment and things are going well, and that we would be able to dismiss the case without costs. So I don't know if this is the day or not at this point, whether she's doing okay. I haven't seen a report of any kind.
Well, we've never gotten reports on this. She's just brought in, what's the word, like appointment cards. We can ask for a report if that's something the state's interested in.
How's the state want to proceed?
Where's she going?
Shawnee mental health.
Well, that's
hard to get reports.
That complicates the report issue. See what they say.
Okay.
Well, I don't know whether it's time to dismiss it now or not.
I think it probably
Luke
is.
gives me that look like, yes, it is.
I think it is.
So, yeah, we're okay with that.
Case to be dismissed.
Thank you.
so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Without cost.
State of Ohio versus Ryan Bavard, case number CRB 25105.
Mr. Steyer's case set for pretrial. Good report.
You see what he sent you? It's just a big job. That means suspending is only good things you're supposed to do. You don't go to jail. He says 2 years, so if you get one done, they do it off. But it can go longer if it's done. Like a fine, like community service, free treatment, things like that. Well, you're here right now. Where are you living? You live in Benton County? Do you guys have a location up there, or is he coming in for treatment? Do we have a connection to Benton County Court where community service can be done up there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could do it through the Benton County Court. We're not going to. Your Honor, I think we may need to have this recalled a little bit later in the docket so I can speak to Mr. Bavard and.
All right, it'll be recalled later.
I'll come down there and talk to you. Okay.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to Lawrence County Jail.
Okay, we have some hearings to do at the jail by teleconference.
State of Ohio versus Kaylee Chris, case number TRD 154189. James DeMint is on deck.
James Minutes up next. All right, ma'am, are you Kaylee Chris? Okay, your audio is off. Can you hear me okay? I can't hear you. Nothing you're saying is coming through, so it's probably on the headset. It's turned off.
How much is it?
Okay, let's try it again. Still nothing.
I don't know. He didn't actually steal anything. He took the allegedly stolen lottery tickets.
Okay, try it again.
Can you hear me now?
I can, yes. Okay.
Okay.
And ma'am, you're Kaylee Chris?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Chris, it's alleged that you had failed to appear for an arraignment hearing back in November of 2015, so it's been a while. And this was on a traffic case, 154189, driving without a driver's license.
Yes, sir.
The state is alleging that on November the 8th of 2015, at 3:30 a.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving without a driver's license. That's an unclassified misdemeanor. Maximum penalty, 500 hours community service, $1,000 fine, and that you didn't show up for your arraignment hearing, which was on November the 9th of 2015 at 9 a.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir. I didn't even know that I had a court date. They didn't give me a ticket.
Okay, I'll take that as a not guilty plea.
I do understand my charges.
Okay. So you're denying failing to appear in court as ordered?
Yes, I guess so. I just didn't know that I had a court date.
Okay, do you want a lawyer to represent you?
I guess so, I'm sure.
Can you post a bond now to guarantee your appearance?
Yes,
Okay. Are you working?
yes.
What do you do?
I work at River Park Hospital. I'm a tech.
Okay, so you may not be eligible for court-appointed attorney anyway. So if I set your bond at $1,500, which probably $150 gets you out if you use a bail bondsman, you can post that.
Yes,
Or you can post the whole $1,500 and you get it all back as long as you show up in court. If you use a bail bondsman, you pay them a fee, they guarantee your appearance, and then if you don't show up, they're gonna come get you because they don't want to pay the $1,500 to the court. You understand that's how it works?
yes. So what would I need to do?
Okay, we'll have bail bondsman get in touch with you, and then I'll give you another court date to come back to court.
Okay, so am I still going to be in jail?
Well, till you post bond. You should be able to do that today, though.
Yes, and it's just 150?
Well, you have to talk to the bail bondsman. I mean, I'm going from typical. Sometimes they don't have to post your bond. They can look at it and say, I think you're too high a risk, and I'm not going to post your bond. But you don't look like that kind of person, so, and you live in Ashland, so maybe they will post your bond. You want to talk to the bail bondsman, though, right?
No, and I'm currently I go to the methadone clinic too. I pass all my drug screens, I do counseling, and that's the only thing that, yeah, I'm clean, I work.
Okay.
It's just a.
We're back up, because you told me you didn't fail to appear because you didn't have notice that you were supposed to appear, so we gotta have a hearing on that. That's what you wanna have a hearing about, and I'm gonna let you post bond to get out of jail.
Okay.
And that's what you wanna do?
Yes.
Okay, we'll have the bail bondsman contact you about posting bond. So I'm gonna give you a hearing date, which to appear.
Okay.
I'll set it for June the 2nd.
Okay.
As a pretrial at 10 o'clock. So you've got to be at the court in Chesapeake. So that's not, you're in the jail across from the main courthouse. This court is not in the main courthouse. You got to go east 20 miles to Chesapeake to the Lawrence County Municipal Court and appear there on June 2nd, the first Monday in June at 10 a.m.
Okay, how do I get in touch with the bail bondsman?
We're already working on that, so we'll let the bail bond, there's one that does 95% of the bonds here, and you can use any bail bondsman that's approved by the court, but Mr. Sowers does most of the bonds. Let him know that you want to talk to him.
Okay.
All right. First Monday in June, you got to be in court.
Okay, and I should be able to make bail today?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be perfect. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you.
We'll see you June 2nd, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus James DeMint, case number CRA 24786, CRB 24787 A and B, CRB 24635, TRD 231859 A and B, CRA 2429.
All right. And
Jordan Dickens is on deck.
All right, Mr. Smith is representing Mr. DeMint, and so how's the state going to proceed on this? He's got some things going.
Well, it was my understanding, my memory, that on May the 9th, we actually reduced the felonies to misdemeanors, and
okay, did we do all that?
And so he got a total of a year.
There was one case, I believe, that we couldn't do, maybe because of, I don't know if there was a restitution or something. I don't recall what, one of them we couldn't complete.
That bad check case was resolved also.
Yes, that was.
He was found guilty and restitution was ordered. And so, once he pled guilty on May the 9th, my notes indicate that the court would consider him going back to treatment in about 30 days.
So we're a little premature.
May the 9th.
It's only been 10 days.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm trying to recall exactly what, one of them we didn't actually resolve. I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so.
I believe there's 5.
Do you have a case number on the one that didn't resolve?
There's one of the A or B cases that felonies he pled, or were amended and he pled to. Well, it depends on what we're doing. We're trying to figure.
I know.
Okay, well, if you remember which one we didn't resolve. Okay.
It was a window that was broken, and my son had talked to the man, however he got charged. He is not pursuing restitution because the window was never broken. It's Rick Buzz, actually, he made it there for it. Did prosecution get a chance to go over him?
Yeah, I believe that.
That's it.
Yeah, I recall that now about the window, and I think that's why we didn't resolve.
He's not seeking that, I mean.
Right, and I think that was to see if there's going to be any restitution for that, because
I'll
couldn't sentence on that one.
That's 24,787A. That's what's involving Richard Glove.
Okay.
And a window.
That's the one that I believe you couldn't sentence because we didn't have restitution yet. That's why we set it for today to try to find out. That was tried. We've already resolved.
All right.
Yeah, there should be an entry on there.
Yeah, that was tried several months ago.
Yeah, I'd like to go back and do one, because I remember that now.
Yeah.
Mr. Dement did not appear.
He did not appear. We tried absentia on that one, so.
So remind me that after court, I'll get an entry.
Okay.
Not pro time.
I'm here to have
Can the state try to get a hold of Richard Glove to see if?
Well, I'm going to have to get the file out. We didn't have the file out, so I have to look for Jasmine's notes.
Well, we can reschedule. He's going to be in jail for a while anyway. You want to just reschedule it?
We hold on just a minute. You still got to spend time in jail for the other stuff, so I mean, we're going to come back to figure that out. You're 10 days, however many days you're in now. You've been in, you're in 5 the last, you're
16 days, or since the 5th to 11 days.
yeah, that'd be right, 11 days.
Can I ask up here to the judge?
Well, hold on, let me speak and then we'll go from there. So I believe we come back in roughly 20 days or whenever we can see where we're, so I don't know if that'd be the 13th or
fine.
Or I guess, yeah, the 13th or the 6th, whichever one. I guess the 6th will be 20 days, so maybe the 6th, see where we are. That will give them around 31 days at that point, so.
Say agree with that?
Yes, sure.
All right, I'm going to continue Mr. Dement's cases to June the 6th. In the meantime, let's try to find out what Mr. Love's position is on that one case involving criminal damaging.
We will.
And I'll take a look at possibly him going to treatment again then. Are you still willing to go to treatment?
I'm here to have everything said, Robert, but I guess I am, but I want to ask you the prosecutor a question, if possible.
Well, what's it regarding, and then we'll see.
It's regarding my livelihood.
Okay, well, okay, what's?
Well, I want to see, am I available for the outpatient with the intense monitoring and with the, to where I can continue, I've got people hanging guards on when we come back to work with them. And I know that's not.
Historically, you've not done very well under those
I know I haven't, but, Your Honor, for me just to continue back, can you hear me?
Yes, every word.
Okay, but it's cutting out here. But I would like to inpatient treatment 4 times, but I would like to get the opportunity to put myself in pro-life terms, with the jail out over my head.
Well, the problem, okay, I've heard your request. The problem is you've already proved yourself. You've proved that you can't do it so far.
Yes.
And you've proved it over and over again. So, at this point, my inclination is you're gonna go to inpatient. It's gonna take a lot to convince me that you don't need inpatient first. You are gonna have to show a commitment to long-term care and treatment of yourself, your family. You got a son that's followed in your footsteps. It's not fallen very far from the tree, and you cannot get it together to take care of things. So I'm pretty put out with you if you can't tell. You're not in any good graces right now. So sit in jail, think about all the stuff that you've done, all the impact. It's you that's caused all these problems with all those people that work for you and with you, your son. It's your responsibility. You got to get your act together. No more excuses. We'll see you on June the 6th.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jordan Dickens, case number CRA 25-285, A and B.
Okay, sir, are you Jordan Dickens?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dickens, I'm Judge Capper, and this is your arraignment hearing. Let me tell you what your rights are first so you understand. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. And you need to understand that what you're saying, you're appearing in the courtroom on a monitor, on what would look like in the old days a television monitor. Now it's a computer monitor, but it's the same thing. Your image and what you're saying is all getting recorded as you say it. So if you say something that's damaging to your case, the prosecutor's sitting right here, he can rewind that later and play it at a trial if he wants to. So you don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've got 2 charges. Receiving stolen property, they're both receiving stolen property. Okay, 285A alleges on May the 13th of this year in Fayette Township, you did receive, retain, or dispose of property being a 2019 white Ford U-Haul truck that belonged to someone else, U-Haul I'm assuming, and that you had reason to know that it had been obtained by a theft offense. So that's a felony of the 4th degree, maximum penalty, 18 months in jail, $5,000 fine. The B case is the same charge, and it's a different truck. I think there's 2 trucks involved, so same day, just a different truck. So the allegation is there was 2 trucks belonging to U-Haul that you received that were stolen, that you knew or should have known that they were stolen. Same possible penalty. Do you understand the 2 charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer? Okay, we're back to the same problem. I don't know what's going on, but we got a lot of background noise again at the jail. We fixed that the last time, but let's try to cut that out. Can you hear me okay, Mr. Dickens?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I do not.
Do you have a job?
I do.
What do you do?
DoorDash.
I didn't understand what you said. What did you say?
DoorDash.
DoorDash, okay. How much do you make in a week or a month? I have to figure out what you make a year.
Right now, I'm able to work.
Well, before, what were you making? If I released you from jail and you went back to work, how much do you make a day, a typical day, or a week, however you can tell me, so I can figure it out?
I would make like 100 a day.
Okay, you're eligible for a court-appointed lawyer then. And I'll appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you. What's the state's position on bond? And I've got a Winchester, Kentucky address for you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Hughes Avenue,
Yes.
state's position on bond.
State would request a $10,000 cash or surety bond.
Your Honor, could we recall this after
Yeah.
you set the bond?
I'm going to go ahead and set it and give a date, and then if you
Okay.
want a hearing on it, we'll do it later.
All right.
I'm setting your bond at 10,000 cash or surety. Is that a bond you think you can post?
No, sir.
Is there any bond you think you can post?
I probably don't with everybody I know, I'll say, so, really, no, our guys, what I have to do.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen. Okay,
If you said it as low as possible, I'll try to work with that.
I'm going to keep it at 10,000 for now at the state request. And you came into the jail this week, I believe. So let's set it next Friday, I think it's.
Next Friday's a bad day, Your Honor.
Okay. Can the state be ready Monday?
Who's our officer on that? We will make every effort to be ready on that.
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll set it for Monday, which is the 19th, for a preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock.
Can I grab the file?
Yes. All right, I think your lawyer's going to call down and talk to you, and then if he wants a further hearing, we'll do it at the end of the month.
State of Ohio versus Justin V. Hackworth, case number CRA 25223, and Danny Sellers is on deck.
Sir, you're Justin Hackworth?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hackworth, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir, I do.
You're charged with breaking and entering. Looks like there was a copy faxed down to the jail this morning, so you should have it, or it should be there for you to get. It alleges, I'm sorry? Okay. And this is an old charge, it's over a year old.
Your Honor, we need to amend that.
Oh, it's 2025? Okay. I'll amend that to OS 2025. Okay, the state's alleging that at Fayette Township on March the 9th of 2025, by force, stealth, or deception, you trespassed in a structure with the purpose to commit a theft in that structure. That's breaking and entering. It's a felony to the 5th degree. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand the charge?
The way that I have a police report with this, and I have a key to the gas station allegedly. And I said I use the key to enter the store, so I mean, the breaking and entering said that I had to, it says that I'll have to buy bullets into, that would be breaking and entering, would be my bullets. And I said in the police report that I had the key to the store, and I used the key to enter the store.
Okay, so you believe you're not guilty. Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I don't.
Do you have a job?
No. I've been in jail for 2 months, so no.
Where have you been in jail for 2 months?
Martin County, one prior misdemeanors that needs to sentence me 30 days in jail for.
Okay. Who was your attorney on that last case?
I did not return as a pled guilty.
All right. Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Hackworth?
Well, Your Honor, as a little background, he did have a theft charge back on December the 13th, and he ended up pleading guilty to that, and he was also under a holder from adult parole. And on April the 4th, he was sentenced to 30 days in jail, and then APA could do what they were going to do with him, so I don't know what they did, but this is alleged. This happened while that charge was pending. So, and by the way, it's forced stealth or deception, of course. Right. So all that being said, I think that a bond of $10,000 cash or surety bond would be appropriate, Your Honor.
All right, at this point, I'll set that as a bond, 10,000 cash or surety. I'll let you talk with him, Mr. Morford, and if you want to reconsider, there may still be a parole holder on him. I don't know if that's the case.
I'll check on that, Judge.
So, you want to set this next Friday for
please
preliminary hearing? Okay, that's the 23rd, May 23rd. For preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock. Mr. Morford, do you want the court's file?
Yes, please.
All right, Mr. Morford is going to be your lawyer, and I set a hearing for you next Friday at 10 a.m.
I'm calling you right now, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
State of Ohio versus Danny Sellers, case number CRD 24504, and James Willis is on deck.
All right, are you Danny Sellers?
I am. Yes, sir.
And Mr. Steyer is your attorney, so we'll need him in the courtroom. I don't know if they have another set of headphones. These headphones are not blocking out the background noise. We're getting people talking in the background. It makes it difficult to proceed with these. I know they have a set of headphones that will block out the background noise. Okay, maybe that's better. No, still hearing it.
Well,
all right.
Your Honor, I don't have Mr. Sellers' file with me today. I wasn't aware he was here.
It was set for, let me give you a history. It was set for January the 6th of this year for a pretrial. It was going to be dismissed if the costs were paid and there was no further problems.
That was what my notes indicated here. And I believe, if I remember correctly from that day, there had not been any further problems, but costs weren't paid and Mr. Sellers didn't appear.
Correct.
So, you didn't answer when your case was called. You didn't answer when your case was called.
I was there, you spoke, I said I'd come back and pay it.
Well, but did you come back and pay?
No, I know it was not, but I was not, it was a little bit.
Okay, well, that may be just how I marked it, but that may be the case that he came in and said, I need time to pay, and then left it and come back and pay, which effectively is the same result. However, how long has he been in jail? How long have you been in jail, sir?
Since Tuesday.
This is something that was going to be dismissed. He spent 4 days in jail at this point. Would the state be willing to let those 4 days stand in lieu of the court costs?
Sir? I think that the 4 days in jail maybe would entitle him to have another chance to pay the court costs before the charge is dismissed.
Then I would ask that he be released, and if the court's agreeable with that, ask him to be released and a new date set, and that you pay the cost this time. And that, yeah, there's now a bench warrant fee, so the costs have gone up by $100.
So how much is the total cost?
I would assume $250.
$250.
Okay.
How long would it take you to get that money together?
When I get out, which I'm not going to get out today. I mean,
Do you have another holder?
I have to go across the street Tuesday.
Okay, well,
It's child support.
but you'll get out presumably from that.
When I get out, by Wednesday, it'll be paid.
So, I don't know how far out the court wants to go on this. I think Friday of next week is probably a little quick.
Let's go into June. What's your schedule in June?
June 6th is a good day for me.
Okay, I'll set it for June the 6th. I'm gonna let you sign a signature bond. So I'm not holding you, but probably probate juvenile court is holding you on the child support. So as soon as you clear that up and get out, you'll be able to go. And then you need to appear on June the 6th and pay the court costs.
So,
I'm gonna require him to appear.
you understand, even if you have paid before then, which if you can, it would be great if you got them paid, you still have to be here on the 6th.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
June 6th, 10 o'clock is your next hearing.
State of Ohio versus James A. Willis, case number CRA 25-290, A and B.
Sir, are you James Willis?
Yes.
Mr. Willis, I'm Judge Capper. Copy of these charges I'm going to go over with you is faxed to the jail this morning at 10:30, so half hour ago. You should have them, or they should be there for you to review. I'm going to go over them with you so that you understand. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you say anything, it can be used against you because it's on the record what you're saying. I don't know what the problem is, but it's bad. We're gonna have to fix this, or I'm just gonna quit doing teleconferences. This is the only court that does them. And I do it as a convenience to the sheriff because they're so far away, and it keeps them from having to staff bringing people here. But if we can't do it this way. Now, in the past, we had this problem, and they got a different headphone, and that seemed to work. Now we're back to having people talking in the background and bleeding through. And there's still people talking in the background that's bleeding through. Who's talking? I know there's somebody from the sheriff's office listening in. Either get the different headphones that block out the background noise, or have people stop talking. Or I'm going to order you to bring the defendants to the courtroom. Those are your options. Get it fixed, or bring them here. Okay, Mr. Willis, let's proceed with your arraignment. 290A is breaking and entering. Okay, bring the defendants to the courtroom. The sheriff is ordered to transport all remaining defendants to the courtroom. I will not do this with the background noise the way it is.
State of Ohio versus William Kaplinger here at the court. Case number CRA 24-635, CRB 11-1152.
All right, Mr. Steyer is the attorney here. I have a report from OVP.
And Your Honor, I haven't seen the report specifically, but my understanding from speaking to Mr. Kaplinger, it's not the best report we would hope for. However, he's been informed that they will continue to work with him, and so we're going to ask to continue the case on, but recognizing that we're not where we need to be.
Mr. Peel, have you seen the report?
I have not.
Sounds like we've had a relapse.
They told me that as long as I was good next week, then,
Well, it's not up to them.
I mean, as long as you
Sir, don't speak. Just give me a minute. Let me deal with this.
What's the state's position?
Well, he's currently doing outpatient, I believe, and they don't say anything about wanting him to do residential at this point, but if they're willing to keep working with him, and we're okay to allow him a little bit more time to try to right the ship.
And Your Honor, that's what we're asking for, is to give an opportunity to come back with basically a perfect report. Which I don't want to speak for the court, but I think it's safe to say you'd be looking for an absolutely perfect report if we come, in order to keep this matter going with outpatient treatment at this court.
Let me remind you, maybe you already know this, or maybe you've forgotten what the circumstances are here. You're charged with a felony.
Yeah.
Felony, there's two types of charges, misdemeanors and felonies. Misdemeanors mean if you're convicted, the most that can happen is you go to the county jail. You cannot go to prison. A felony means you can go to prison on a felony. So I know there's a lot of legal stuff, and that's why we got lawyers, because it's complicated, and it's way more complicated than it really needs to be, but a lot of that's historical reasons. But this is a misdemeanor court, but I have the preliminary hearing on felony, so that's the arraignment and the first hearing start here. So what's happened is the state said, we're going to let Mr. Kaplinger go to treatment if he does well. We'll never take it to the grand jury. Felonies are so serious, you have to be indicted by other people in the community. That's what the grand jury is. I know that's complicated, but it's considered so serious that you get charged with a felony. The prosecutor just can't decide to charge you with a felony on his own. He has to take it in front of other citizens, and they have to listen to the evidence and say, yeah, we think you got a good case there, prosecutor, so we're going to indict this person. That's how serious it is. You haven't been indicted. You haven't been taken to the felony court, but you could be.
I understand.
So if you mess up, you're going to go on to the grand jury, get an indictment, go on to the felony court, and then who knows what's going to happen. At least there's a chance that you can go to prison. As long as you stay in this court, I couldn't send you to prison if I wanted to. And I don't want to, because I want you to get clean. But you got to want it too. And you got to convince me that you are clean and that you're doing your best effort. So this is a great opportunity for you. Don't mess it up.
Okay.
But one more of these, and I'm going to say, okay, you're done here, go on to the other court, take your chances.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yes.
It's serious business.
I got
So
you.
I'm okay, I want people, ultimately, sir, you have to do this for you and your family. But I'm okay if you want to do it right now for me, for not going to prison. If you need some negative, carrots and sticks, okay? Stick is you're going to go to prison, or could go to prison. That's okay, initially, to get you motivated to do this and stay clean. But in the end, we can only follow you so long. You got to make this part of you, because it's going to benefit you and everybody that cares about you, and you have family.
Yeah.
Got kids.
Yes.
Those are the people that are most impacted. If you mess up and go on and go down to the other court and they send you to prison, it's not going to affect me or my family unless you run into us on the road or something. But it's going to affect your kids for sure. Big time. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, let's get serious.
Okay.
You got to make this the #1 priority, you getting clean.
I got you.
Okay. I'm going to give you another chance, but this is a strike against you, so I don't know if you get any more, so don't take any chances on it. Let's come back, not, in a couple weeks probably, to see where we are. So that's going to be, we could do the 30th.
I'm here the 30th, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's make it May 30th. And hopefully then we've got an excellent report. May 30th will be your next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Summer Crane. Case number CRP 25-198.
This is Mr. Steyer's case set for pretrial.
Is that what you were out of pocket for your medical expenses?
Your Honor, I think we have a disposition for this, which is that in exchange for a guilty plea to the charge, the state and the defense would jointly recommend 30 days in jail with 28 suspended. Ms. Crank would ask for a report date. When would you want to come to report if we did this? You have to come on a Monday or a Friday to a court date.
Or Tuesday the 27th.
Or Tuesday the 27th. That's better for you. Well, how far off do you want to go? What do you can go today if you want to. You can go today. Yeah. Well, then you give me a date. Sometime the next 2 weeks.
I have a child's birthday this weekend, and I have my son's graduation next weekend.
How about come next Monday, and then you'll be out on Wednesday? Then give me a time. So I'm not gonna be sure, just give me a time. Well, she's gonna look at her calendar. The other issue would be $520.45 restitution payable to the court on behalf of, it says Claudia Crank, and I know Crank's not the correct last name.
Ms. Atkins. Claudia Atkins.
Claudia Atkins. And the state would have the contact information for Ms. Atkins.
Is that A-D-K-I-N-S?
Yes, sir.
And Claudia's common spelling. And then, Your Honor, we didn't discuss a fine with a significant amount of restitution. I would ask for no fine on this. I'm just gonna have to pay the court costs. And there would be a term of probation at a level determined that the court determines is appropriate.
So the two of you are related, right?
Her husband is my uncle on my mother's side.
Okay.
They're not directly related, Your Honor.
Not blood relatives, but by marriage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Ms. Atkins, you have a right, have you been consulted during this process and as things have gone along? You feel like you've had input as to what's happening?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to tell me about this before I finalize it?
My main note, I guess I would like to add is that I was 8 months pregnant at the time of the incident, so I would just like that to be kept in mind throughout this whole ordeal.
And this $520.45, was that for medical for you?
Yes, I had went to the emergency room to check on my baby immediately after.
Yeah, you would get it on Sunday.
Okay, I guess, 30th and 30th.
And we would ask to report on the 30th of May.
All right. And Ms. Crank, you have a right to make a statement to the court if you wish. Do you have anything you want to say? And you're agreeing with what your attorneys represented to the court about your plea and changing your plea?
Yes.
And reports are at 11 a.m.
Yes, you can report here. You'll come here to the court on May the 30th by 11 a.m. to report to jail. Okay, I'll impose a $200 fine. Order the cost be paid. Order restitution be paid in the amount of $520.45 to Claudia Atkins. 30 days in jail, 28 suspended. Review hearing. How long will it take you to pay the restitution? you have an idea on that?
I don't, because I don't work.
We would ask to go out a little ways. That's a fair amount to pay. I'm sure Mr. Major will explain this as well, but I'm going to tell her that some sort of a payment, even if it's a small payment, constant payments is what the court wants to see. They don't want to see this waiting until, oh, I can't get the whole amount, so I'm not going to do anything. They want to see progress.
I'll set the first review hearing for July 7th.
We're going to ask for a no contact order, to Your Honor.
I will remind, well, actually, let me just say something.
My lawyer said that the contract order is just between me and Summer, since she is married to Stephen, that I can go through Stephen to see my children for visitation.
Well, it can complicate things. I just wanted to bring that up.
She wants a no contact.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. Him, bring her to her, and she hasn't passed it.
Is there any kind of visitation order or something I need to be made aware of?
She has custody of her children. There is visitation. There is a visitation order, but
Is this through Children's Services or?
yes, through the juvenile probate court.
Yeah. The
Yes.
Children's Services case?
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I make a statement, please?
Yeah.
I have been approved for unsupervised visits with my children since our last court hearing in front, actually, I'm not sure who it was. I believe her name was Patricia, but there was a male there back in December. So the unsupervised visits started in January, and they had been going fairly well up until this point. There had been 2 visits that she had said my children didn't want to come, they're 3 and 4, and that was leading up to the altercation that had happened between me and her. The visits are scheduled unsupervised for Saturday, 12 to 6, and Wednesday, 5 to 7, and I'm just getting constant, they don't want to go, we're not forcing them to go, they're not going with you if they don't want to go. So I still try to make my parents show up and meet with them to try and keep my end of the visit up. But there's not really much I can do when they're telling me that they don't want to go and I can't really directly talk to my children.
Is there still a case pending in the probate juvenile court?
We have to file a petition from this point on, but the
Do you have a
unsupervised.
lawyer that represents you in that court?
Randall Lambert is my lawyer, but Matthew McGinnis is my lawyer now.
Well, I would suggest you talk to your lawyer, and I would think that this whole incident the court needs to be made aware of what's happened here and maybe make some adjustments as to the visitation, how that's going to occur due to this order, and I will issue a no contact order. That's going to make things more complicated, but I don't have jurisdiction over the visitation.
Right, and the only reason I raised the issue is because Ms. Crank's husband works, and so to some degree, if she's not able to meet with her to drop the children off, have contact with her to drop children off, that's going to potentially.
We're going to have another third party, but
Right.
I think that court needs to be made aware
Right.
of this incident and what's happened, and make some adjustments if necessary on the visitation.
My other lawyer told me that her husband could meet with me, and where the Wednesday visits are on the day that he works, he gets off work, I believe, around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. We could have, if they were okay with mutually agreeing, we could very well.
Well, it's not up to me. Again, you need to take that back to probate juvenile court and let the judge there make a modification if necessary
Right.
as to the visitation order. They definitely need to be made aware of what's happened here. Okay, so Ms. Crank is to report May 30th, and I don't know, did I set a review date?
You did, July.
July 7th, okay. She'll need to meet with Mr. Major about her probation.
And I think this point probably made in with probation as well, but just, you'd said pay, restitution paid to her. You pay that to the clerk.
Yeah,
The clerk
you pay to
issues
the
that.
Clerk will transfer it to you.
Right. It's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock for that. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Gianna Mason, case number CRP 25246.
Your Honor, this is a Walmart theft case, and we have a agreed-to recommendation. In exchange for a guilty plea, the state and defense would jointly recommend 10 days in jail, suspended, a $100 fine, 30 hours of community service, and an order to stay out of Walmart during probation at a level that the court deems appropriate.
All right, and do you agree, ma'am, that you wish to change your plea?
Yes.
Okay, before I finalize things and send you, we'll order you to go do your screen.
Okay.
So,
If there's a loud, we'll go out in the lobby.
Okay, just lay right here in the black outfits and help you.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Green, case number CRB 2546, CRB 25226, PRC 24151, NBC and D.
Okay.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial.
You want to provide this to the court? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. Things seem to be going well. Yeah. Okay. She wants to. Okay.
Okay, that's a good letter.
Yep. So he's doing well at RRS, Your Honor. I think there might be some issues with the domestic, I don't know what the state's position on the protection order is.
Well, Ms. McCoy is here, and she's indicated to me that she does not want to have a protection order going forward.
Okay. And you're Summer, right? Summer before? So you're asking that you drop now?
Correct.
And no one's forced you to say this?
No.
Okay, I'll drop the protection order at your request.
Okay.
As of today.
He did.
And we want to continue to allow him to, he says he's going to show us.
Yep.
You're right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Talk is cheap.
It is.
Show me what you can do. Let's see it.
He does have an ankle monitor too, Your Honor, I think. I don't know
And
what,
that went on
probably the
April 21st, is that when we do that?
Yes.
Yeah, we had a Raven on the 18th and it went on that Monday.
And he's not doing this whole thing, that's why he's having a good job on that. It would be nice if he did it all.
Oh, you want to mention that to the court?
I'm just saying, he is getting pretty close to start moving, you know, to the second part, so he would be able to get a job, but he won't be able to work at the ankle monitor anymore.
State take any position on it?
If the counselors think it's time, then
He's getting close to his time, yeah.
we don't have an opposition to removal.
Okay. I'm going to remove it. I've been proven wrong before, so hopefully this isn't one of those cases. That'll, if you do, it's going to fly totally in the face of everything you told me in the letter. But
Yes,
I'm
sir,
going
I
to order
understand.
that your ankle monitor be removed. go see Mr. Major about that.
Okay.
And then we'll come back in roughly a month and see where we are.
Yes.
So what's your schedule about a month out, Mr. Stratton?
A month from right now is fine, Your Honor. What date?
16th of June?
Yep, that'll work.
June 16th, is the next hearing
Just over probation. And you've got
on all the cases that Mr. Green has.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
See Mr. Major before you leave.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Nathaniel James, case number TRD 25396. Nathaniel James.
It's Mr. Stratton's case at the pre-trial.
I'm not sure what Mr. James is. So they're driving under suspension charge. Really,
Yeah, it's an OR bond.
yeah.
It's been called for, has not appeared, and it's continued that, I don't know if he failed to appeal on the second, but it was set for the second, got continued to today, so.
Yeah. Give me 7 days on it, Your Honor, and I'll find them.
Yeah, we got 7 days before warrant issues.
State of Ohio versus Kyle Maynard, case number CRB 24478.
It's Mr. Stratton's case, set for pre-trial. Hi, Maynard.
I'll let you read the report, Your
Do you
Honor.
have a report, Your Honor?
I do not, don't tell me.
Yeah.
No, that.
Turn your phone off, please.
Sorry, he's tried, it's just, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Any idea where he's at?
Oh,
We could just reach out to him, ask counsel, reach out to him.
Take a couple steps forward and 3 steps back, Your Honor, so.
it's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Does he still have a bond up? Yes.
Oh. How is he doing there? Is he doing okay at the facility?
He was at the beginning.
Is there something that happened that made him stop?
His counsel never sent it to me.
Usually, Your Honor, whenever he goes through this, it has something to do on a more personal level with him.
Well, I know his wife is an addict, and
That's one
he's
problem.
back home living with her, and his mom's a huge enabler.
Yes.
So I think those two factors probably led to this result.
I mean, if he comes back, we would take information if he's dirty.
Well, I think he needs a little bit of.
I mean, he does okay. He had some hiccups while he was inpatient, but ultimately, he completed it, I think. Ron, this is Kyle Maynard, he's relapsed.
Yeah.
You had him at counseling center.
Yes, a few times.
I think his family's issues is what draws him out. So when we do find him, justified, I'll put one ankle on it, which is what he needs.
I can take him.
do that.
Yeah, he'll show back up.
Okay, so I'll issue a warrant today. I notified Mr. Sowers, and let's set a bond forfeiture hearing.
Your Honor, I suspect he'll probably be in here on Monday.
You set it for, what did I set the other ones, was it the 13th?
16.
16?
Oh,
Bond forfeiture.
Bond forfeiture. I don't know.
I think I set one for the 13th.
13th is
I
fine.
don't think it'll take that long. Mr. Sowers already said I'm gonna call his mom.
Yeah, 6:13. I thought at one point that his wife didn't live with,
That's right, she did leave the household.
yeah,
for
she
a
left the
while.
household, so.
But I think she was, by the time he got finished with inpatient, with going to outpatient, I think she was back in the
Oh,
house.
was she back? Okay.
I believe that's correct.
State of Ohio versus Devon Marinko, case number CRB 25192.
So, Your Honor, we were finding some stuff out on a juvenile case. The prosecutor can enlighten us a little bit on that.
Your Honor, this is a cross-filing. There's a juvenile that was charged. And it's my understanding that that case was set a few days ago and it's been dismissed because maybe you didn't show up to court?
I didn't know I was supposed to. I never got subpoenaed.
Never got subpoenaed.
No.
So anyway, that case has been dismissed. Children's Services is not involved at this time, even though they were, so they don't have custody. And the mother, Brooke Stewart, has custody, and previously we had, because the children were at the juvenile center, we've been working that direction and not through Ms. Stewart. We need to contact her, and it's my understanding Mr. Rinko is no longer in that household.
Correct.
And it may be that this case can be resolved and dismissed once we speak with Ms. Stewart. She's the custodian of the minor that's the alleged victim, so we want to have time to do that if we may.
How much time do you think you need to do that?
We could come back in a week or 2 weeks, or and really, however, we just defer to everybody else as far as what the next
Not
hearing
next
should be.
Friday, Your Honor, but any other date in the next couple of weeks is fine.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Not next Friday, not the 23rd.
Okay. 30th?
Yes.
30th. Okay. May 30th will be the next hearing. 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus John Scarberry, case number CRB 2580.
We just need to see if court costs have been paid on this case. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Let's see.
125 is paid. That's so wrong.
Balance.
Looks like it has been paid.
Your Honor, the agreement was the case be dismissed if court costs are paid.
Mr. Hill?
What's the case of this?
John Scarberry.
Mr. Scarberry.
2580.
And that's correct, Your Honor.
Case will be dismissed.
Thank you.
Mr. Stratton, are you ready to have your alternate case at all?
Paulson?
That was sent originally for trial?
Not yet. Not yet.
Is Tyler Counts here today?
Yes, he's here now.
Okay.
I'm sorry for being late.
Okay, so we're going to recall. Mr. Sowers had texted me that he thought you were here now.
He's here, Judge.
We're not ready to call yet.
Okay. Thanks.
State of Ohio versus Mike Ferris, case number CRB 25247. Mr. Moore.
Mr. Morford's case set for pre-trial.
Discovery, Joseph Green. We had a full set back there, no big deal.
Okay, how are we proceeding, Mr.?
Judge, I'm gonna have to ask you for a short continuance. We've received partial discovery, but we don't have the video from Walmart yet.
Okay. And Mr. Ferris, did you get, yes, you did. I was gonna ask you got fingerprinted, you did, I see them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when do you want to come back, Mr. Morford?
2 weeks? Yeah, that's good. 2 weeks. The state indicates we should be able to get the video within that.
Okay, May 30th will be the next hearing. For pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Amber Smith, case number CRA 24773, CRB 24774. Amber Smith.
Mr. Morford's case set for pretrial and preliminary, no, they're both pretrials. There is a felony here though, so there is a preliminary hearing and a pretrial, 2 misdemeanors, 1 felony. She was supposed to be in treatment.
Judge, she is at recovery point. I'm going to ask you for a short continuance. Her brother has had some kind of, I guess, cardiac event, either a heart attack or stroke, and they were going to pull the vent on him this morning, and that's where she is at St. Mary's. I received a call from Recovery Point, her case manager there yesterday, asking if we could continue it for a week.
Mr. Healy?
We're okay with the short continuance.
Okay. Defendant's request, case will continue to May 23rd.
Thank you, Judge.
For pretrial.
State of Ohio versus Sean Foggin, case number CRA 25268. Your Honor, he has been picked up by West Virginia.
He was, had a holder from West Virginia, parole authority. Case is dismissed, he's been picked up.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Byer, case number CRA 25270, CRA 25269, CRA 24721.
I know
He is no longer in the Lawrence County Jail.
should be a
2 rule for it. He had 1 out of Marietta and some other place.
Yes.
We'll need, because he posted bond.
Nicholas Board.
Yeah.
I
So
took
we're gonna need
Nicholas
to
Board
find out
Wednesday.
if he reported.
Your
See
Honor.
if these warrants are still outstanding.
Actually,
Yes.
I apologize. Go ahead.
I transported Mr. Bart up to Marietta County. He is in custody up there.
Okay.
I actually drove him up there myself.
Oh, okay. So, now he still has a case here,
He does.
24/7/21, which was well, we went ahead and sentenced him on that.
We did.
Okay.
So it sounds like,
And it doesn't have a review till November 7th.
right.
His next birthday, Marietta, is May 30th at 11 a.m.
May
November
30th.
7th at 9 o'clock, he's got a review. The other two cases, 25/270 and 269 can be dismissed because he's been sent to Marietta.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Atkins, case number CRB 24295, CRA 24294, CRB 24293. Nicholas Atkins.
It's Mr. Smith's case.
May we approach briefly, Judge?
Yes. It's supposed to be at OVP outpatient.
Yes. There's been an issue that's come up, I'd like to discuss with the court.
He has a bond, so. All right, defendant has some medical issues going on, and counsel has made a request to continue the case till June 6th, which I'll grant. He has a bond up, but I'm not going to revoke it at this point. I'll give him a chance to recover from his medical issues and appear. So the next hearing is going to be June 6th, first Friday in June at 10 o'clock.
I'll reach out to him, Judge, thank you.
You're welcome.
June 6th, yes, sir. All right.
And that's at the defendant's request.
Yes, we'll waive time, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Christy S. Tyndall, case number CRA 25106.
And Your Honor, Mr. Bavard, who we had called earlier, is actually a co-defendant of Ms. Tyndall.
Okay. You want to recall it?
If we could, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Ryan Bavard, case number CRB 25105.
We got Mr. Steyer and Mr. Smith.
Okay, here's the thing. Delay sentencing, restitution. Say that. She said he didn't know. He's agreed. If you dispose him to waive his interest in the $742 that was taken from him and allow that to go toward her restitution. That's what she said he didn't know. She is not, he is okay with
So, Your Honor, I believe the state is going to be making a motion to amend regarding Ms. Tyndall's case and a motion to dismiss regarding Mr. Beveridge's case. However, there's a wrinkle on that. He had some money that was taken from him at the time of his arrest. It was, let me get the exact amount. It was an odd amount. It was $742. As part of this agreement, Mr. Bavard is going to waive his interest in the $742 that was taken from him and placed in evidence, and ask that that be placed toward Ms. Tyndall's restitution order is going to be made part of this.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
With respect to my client, Judge, it's my understanding the state will agree to allow her to plead guilty today to a misdemeanor. Of course, restitution will be part of that order. She's in treatment out in Mojave, and she would have to continue her treatment. Hopefully a small fine because she's got a lot of restitution, court costs, community service if the court thinks that's necessary. I think that's the extent of our agreement, some extended jail time but suspended.
So it's going to be a M1 theft then?
Correct, yes, Judge, correct.
Is that correct, Mr. Gould?
It is, Your Honor. I want to make clear a couple of things about this. First of all, the restitution is a very important component of this. The numbers are $405 and $1,910.
Are these separate entities or?
Yeah, well, the $405 came out of the cash drawer at Speedway, and the lottery commission is owed the $1,910. What we would like to do, Your Honor, is delay sentencing for a period of time to allow her to come up with that money. Our recommendation is going to be 6 months in jail, suspended, and make the restitution and complete treatment and whatever other sanctions the court wants to order. But we want to make sure that, now she's got a start on it because of the money from Mr. Bavard or Beveridge that pays for, a portion of it.
So let me make sure I've got the right figures. It's $405 to Speedway, correct?
Yes.
$1,910 to the lottery commission?
Yes.
Okay.
We agree with those numbers, Judge. And the only thing she just reminded me, if there is community service, she lives in Fayette County,
Benton County, Ohio.
Oh, Benton County, Ohio. If she could do it there, and I told she could talk to Josh, and as long as it's a legitimate agency that the court approves, that probably would be okay.
The complaint has a South Point address on it, that's incorrect?
Yes.
Okay.
And can I say, it was about the restitution.
What? Go ahead.
I just had a pacemaker, so I can't go back to work until next month.
Your case is going to be dismissed, sir.
I know for her to pay her restitution, I'll go back next month.
You're not going to have to pay it. She's going to be willing to pay it.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it.
You can help her, but you're not legally obligated.
I know, but she don't have a license. I'll be the one working, so I have to pay it for her.
That's between the two of you. She's on the hook for it, so.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I understand.
Okay, so at this point, is it Bavard or how do you pronounce it?
Bavard, yes.
Bavard. The state's wanting to dismiss his charge.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so that'll be null. That means dismissed.
But there's also, Your Honor, going to be an order that he forfeits his interest in $742.
Yes, so, and was that posted, is that with the sheriff's office or where is that?
Yeah, the sheriff's office.
It should be in evidence against, I guess, maybe in both cases, but it was it was seized as evidence, but it was seized from him, and he's forfeiting that interest to allow it to be put toward her restitution.
Why would we do this? This is a little complicated, so I'm going to direct the lawyers to draft an entry on that.
I'll draft an entry.
That would be, it's going to have to go to the sheriff's office, I assume.
Yes.
So release it, directed to where it needs to go. But his charges will be acknowledged, and then we're going to delay sentencing on Ms. Tyndall, let her work on the restitution, and then I'll finish the sentencing.
That's the plan, yes, sir.
And we take a month or so to come back?
Yes, Judge, at least get a good sense if she's making payments on it. I don't know if she could pay that much amount, but I agree that would be fine.
June 20th?
I'm here, Judge.
Next hearing for Ms. Tyndall is June 20th, so I'm not going to change any of this. We're just going to keep it as a felony for now, and I'll reduce it once she's paid the restitution. So it'll still be on the docket as a felony. June 20th is the next hearing, 10 o'clock for her. Mr. LeVard's case is dismissed.
State of Ohio recalls Tyler Cole Counts, case number CRB 25238.
Mr. Smith's case.
Judge, this is a Walmart theft case. I have just filed discovery. I'd like to look at the video with my client. If we could come back the 13th possibly, I know I'm here that day.
Okay, I'll cancel the warrant I had issued previously. He showed up.
And he apologized for being late.
I apologize for that. My GPS took me to Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia to get here, which was fun, so I do apologize.
So you need to get Waze or something. Is that what you use?
What is it?
Waze?
No, I have a Samsung Galaxy. It uses Google Maps, I think. But
All right, I'll cancel the bond forfeiture hearing June 13th also. And when did you say you?
June 13th, Judge, it gives state to get the video to me. I think we're going to resolve it. I just would like to see the video.
June 13th for the next hearing, 10 o'clock. So let Mr. Sowards know that you're here so you don't have to look over your shoulder all weekend.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sowards? Yeah. Apparently he already called it. Word travels fast.
Yeah, that's why my phone went off, sorry.
Yeah, but I don't know if he believed you.
Yeah, he was calling to make sure. June 13th, 10 o'clock. I'll see you then.
State of Ohio versus Charles Nance, case number CRB 20537, CRB 19237, CRB 18134. They're set for sentencing, Your Honor, and there's also a new case number CRB 25291.
You did just get some.
Your Honor, I did receive community service. He done 6 hours community service.
On his own case?
Yeah, and I believe there's more that needs turned in. He done it yesterday, but I did not receive it.
And I paid on my fine, sir.
Mr. Smith, did you receive a copy of the complaint?
I did, Judge. If you want to point me to the new case, I'll be glad to accept it.
And you waive a reading?
Yes, waive reading and or not guilty plea on behalf of my client this time. And I'm here any Friday in June. Gary's proposed. One's back. I see. You get those 1,500. Gary. As he's indicated, he's posted a bond with Mr. Sowards on the new charge.
On the new charges on the bond?
Yes, sir.
I don't have it.
1,500. He went to jail
Check
that.
to see if the bond, I don't have the bond in the bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Charles Nance.
Your Honor, can we have this case recalled?
Yeah.
Have a seat, we'll call back. Mr. Towers is here now.
Okay.
Sit down. We're trying to figure out if it was on the newest charge or the previous charge.
State of Ohio recalls Earl M. Paul, case number TRC 242528, A, B, and C. Now, this is originally set for trial.
This is Mr. Stratton's case.
This was a traffic. Probably land violation or something. Violation of restriction. Driver's license, he had no.
His license is,
Well, this is marked as no OL.
it's a violation.
Was this the drop your privileges thing?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes, privileges.
Well,
I had my license and I got pulled over that day too.
Yes, sir.
And I had a car insurance, that's in the car. She issued the driver's license.
See, this was issued on 24 and it expired at 28. Your Honor, we are going to plead to the OBI, Mark Lanes. We just have a question on the other charge. He was not licensed at that time.
I had insurance too.
You okay with just pleading to those two?
now, it says here that he did not show proof of insurance, so it's important.
I gave that to them already. I could go to the truck and get it real quick. I had insurance on that date too.
Okay. I'm not.
There is something in the file that says, it is marked, so he's already shown it.
Okay. So, Your Honor, we're going to plead guilty to the OVI and the Mark Lanes. I believe the state will be okay with dismissing the other.
I'm not as concerned about the other, but I would like to know what the status is. He showed me a license, so I don't know if it was valid at the time or not. It says violation of restriction, so I don't know what the story is on that. But they say no OL, it's not a DUS.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that would be the other restriction.
I don't, he wasn't driving, he's supposed to drive with glasses, and he wasn't driving with glasses that night, so I guess that's what it is.
Okay.
It's not mentioned, I looked briefly at the report, I don't see any mention of the
Yeah.
circumstances.
And I think that that's correct. And watching the video, I think that was talked about. So we're okay to dismiss that.
Okay.
Be pleased to the other two.
Yes, we'll plead guilty to the OVI and the Mark Lanes. Mark Lanes is this one. Yeah. Yep.
All right, Mr. Fulton, do you agree with what your attorneys said to the court?
Pardon me?
Do you agree with what your lawyers represented to the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any statement you want to make?
No, Your Honor. Sorry.
Okay. I'll impose a $500 fine on the OVI where you pay court costs. 6-month license suspension that started December 12th. So you don't have too much longer to go on that. 20 days in jail suspended, 5 days community service, order to go to the driver intervention program. It'll be different on your judgment entry. 3-day school, you have to do that or do jail.
Oh, you talking about the, yeah, as long as somebody shows me how to, I can't read it, right? As long as somebody shows me how to to get it set up, that'd be no problem, sir?
I think they'll work with him, Your Honor.
Mr. Major will talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Help you get your probation. You'll be on probation for 2 years, level 4. And you're going to meet with him today and he'll help you with that. Tell him that you need help getting signed up for the DIV school driver intervention program. Okay, on the, I guess it's the B case, the driving under suspension, the state's okay with dismissing that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's pleading to the lane violation, that's a $10 fine.
How much?
$10.
Oh, yeah, so you said $10,000.
Your Honor, he
His
did
review
have...
hearing is November 14th, sorry.
Yeah. Sometimes they have double Saturdays too, where you work one day, get 2 days. Sometimes, so.
We need to go speak with Mr. Major, and then after that, he's free to go.
Your Honor, he did have privileges. Will those privileges still apply?
Please.
You probably shouldn't have, but we'll go. Because he does have a valid license?
He does.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, he can have a permit until the, let's make it till July 1, because his suspension will be up by then, he'll have to get reinstated.
How do I get it reinstated? What I gotta do?
Contact the DMV.
That's it?
Yeah, you'll be eligible for reinstatement when your suspension's up. So, do you live here in Lawrence County?
I just moved out here not too long ago from Cleveland, Ohio, but I live South Point, I guess it's called, or Burlington or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, you're close. You can either go to Proctorville or Ironton to the DMV office.
Yeah, on 3rd Street. That's the way I go, on 3rd Street.
I don't know what.
In Ironton, it's on 3rd Street or whatever, as soon as you get
Right
off the
as you
highway.
get toward the courthouse, right? The Ironton DMV?
Yeah.
It's,
that part?
no, it's on South 3rd Street way up on the way to Colebrook.
Yeah, you get off of Cove Road,
Okay,
and
after
go
you
right
take
down.
the driver's test.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
November 14th is the review hearing.
What's the review hearing?
It's just a checkup on you.
Make sure I pay my.
Yeah, but it's 10 miles down the road, so.
Can I have a total of how much I gotta pay?
Mr.
So
Major.
talk to this gentleman.
Who?
Right here. Yep, so just follow him out and you'll get it all done.
Thank you. All right.
State of Ohio recalls Charles Nance. Case number CRB 25291, CRB 2537, CRB. Your Honor, he is a bond building.
Okay. We've got the bond now, so somewhere. So we'll continue that. Is there any kind of protection order or anything requested?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Protection order to stay away from Philip Clark.
Sure. Just stay with us. No texting, calling, or texting, no social media. Yeah, I'll bring a copy.
Come back when,
Judge, any Friday in June
13th?
will be fine, Judge.
I think it's June 13th for the next hearing. Pre-trials on all of his cases.
City will allow recalls for Gina or Gianna Mason, case number CRB 25-346.
I took a look at it, Your Honor.
So we got some things to work on.
I'm in treatment now, Your Honor. This is the second time I failed drug tests in September.
What agency are you with?
Huntington Treatment Center.
Methadone, right?
Right, okay.
What's your, how much are you taking today? What's your milligrams?
They bumped me up to 250.
Wow, that's a lot.
I know, that's what me and my husband said, that I need to go back down.
Yeah. And the problem is, you're taking 250 milligrams of methadone, and you're still testing positive for fentanyl and methamphetamine.
The other issue, Your Honor, is that I don't believe any other agency can offer her treatment while she is receiving treatment at the methadone clinic because I'm assuming you have a medical card.
Yeah.
Yeah, the medical card considers that double dipping.
I think OVP will take people that are on methadone.
That's a possibility. I don't think OVP's here today, though.
She's not here, but I think they have in the past. We can call her. Let's try to go talk, and let's see what we can do.
Okay. Go.
You're in danger, man. I mean, this is serious stuff. So let's recall this after we
go with the lady there, the blackout. Make a call. We'll have this recalled. Thank you.
Thanks.
Your Honor, we're ready to recall Justin Hackworth at the Lawrence County Jail. Number CRA 25223. They're now here.
They're here now. Okay.
Justin Hackworth. Mr. Morford's case. He's right here. They brought him. Good. So we need somebody to go back and. Okay, here they go.
But I've had a chance to talk with him. He came up with the bond and said he had expressed an interest in being assessed for treatment and or if you would consider our mom with an ankle monitor. The adult parole authority does have a holder line, but will release that holder if he goes to treatment.
And you've confirmed that, or?
Yes, Judge.
So he'll.
That's fine. We would do that. We need a time waiver, and we also would still consider perhaps going to the grand jury with this. And we'll make that decision before we come back.
So there's no promises to keep it here.
Right.
Agreeable? Agreeable. Okay, so what I'm going to do, now one thing that could happen, we'll order to get a GPS monitor, and I can't guarantee it's going to happen today. It might be Monday before that happens. You understand that, Mr. Morgan, that's happened before too. So let's put him on the docket for Monday just to see what's happened over the weekend. It is possible we'll get it today and go to treatment. So RRS wants to assess him. I'm going to assume that he's eligible unless you come back and tell me otherwise. So I'm going to put him on the docket for Monday, the 19th. Otherwise, he's to be released with GPS to RRS. And if there's a problem, you're going to let me know, and then we'll see if we can make other arrangements. So, yes. Do you want to approach the bench? All right. So we're putting it on docket May 19th with the assumption he's going to RRS. Inpatient with the GPS. I have to have the talk with you about a few things. One, the GPS. If I put a GPS monitor on you, I have to order it from adult probation down in Common Police Court. They oversee everybody that's on felony probation, which could be you eventually because you've got a felony charge. They handle the ankle monitors. They get really mad when people cut their ankle monitors off. Really mad. And they charge you with as much as they possibly can, and then you'll be out of my control, you'll go down there, and everybody that's cut their ankle monitor, because that's the only way to get away from an ankle monitor is to cut it off. Once it's on you, they know exactly where you are, unless you want to cut it off. Everyone that's cut one off is going to jail for not jail, long term, prison for a minimum of 3 years, just for cutting an ankle monitor off. So they try to make... I'm sorry?
I said plus all the other stuff they do.
Yeah, I mean, I had one guy that got 7 years, but he had a bunch of other stuff laying out there, and they just heaped it all on him. So, you cannot, that's crazy to cut the ankle monitor. Okay? But people do it. I've had people do it, and I don't know if they didn't believe it or what, but everyone that's done it is going to prove it. So, yeah. So the best thing you can do is you're going to get a chance here to prove, hey, I'm serious about getting clean. That's the best thing you can do for all your cases.
I'm almost 30 years old. I'm getting tired of it. I'm tired of getting in front of you all like this.
Now you got a great chance to turn it around. Now, I'm cheering for you. I hope you'll do it. I hope you got to do it for you and to stay out of prison. I'm okay if you do it to stay out of prison, but eventually it's got to be for you. Okay? So we'll see you. I had you listed for May 23rd. We'll keep that date. We'll keep Monday just to check on you to make sure you're not sitting in the jail because you did get an ankle monitor. Okay?
You did say it possibly could happen and possibly could not happen.
Yeah, because I don't control adult probation. They may get it on you today and they may not. I'm going to order it, but it may not happen. Especially on Fridays, it seems sometimes they don't happen on Fridays. So, okay, good luck. Thanks.
What did you tell State Bond?
I'll make it 10,000 over now.
State of Ohio versus James Willis, case number CRA 25290 A and B.
So this is a arraignment, I guess. Yeah. Sir, are you James Willis? Did you get a copy of your charges? Okay, you got it. I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment hearing, and I got to tell you your rights first, that you probably heard several times. You've watched the Colonel show. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, It's all on the record here. It's all being recorded, so it could be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things? Okay, I'm going to go over the charges with you to make sure you understand them. You don't have to agree with them. They may not be true, but you need to understand what they're alleging. Breaking and entering is the first charge. It's case number 290A. It's alleged that Perry Township on May the 16th, by force, stealth, or deception, would trespass in an unoccupied structure with the purpose of committing a theft offense in that structure. That is breaking and entering. It's a felony 5. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand the charge? Then the B case is vandalism. It's alleged that at Perry Township, May 16th, you caused serious physical harm to an occupied structure and its contents, and the property therein was used by the owner in their profession, business, trade, or occupation. And the value of the property damage was more than $1,000. So that's vandalism. It's a felony 5. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand those two charges? Do you have the money to hire a lawyer? Do you have a job? You have no income? No. Okay. Is Tyler Smith still here?
Your Honor, we just have Morford, Stratton, and Steyer.
Okay, I'll appoint Mr. Steyer.
Your Honor, this is a co-defendant of Mr. Barnett, Billy Jack Barnett.
Okay, so we need to figure out who.
Yeah, I didn't get a note on that.
Are you?
Who's the other?
Barnett?
No.
Okay. Mr. Willis, I have a South 4th Street, Ironton address for you, is that right? State's position on bond for Mr. Willis.
I wanted to do the same as the other fellow, and I don't remember. I think I might have asked for a $10,000 cash or surety bond on Mr. Barnett.
Can you pull it up? Says on the file.
Yeah, it's on the file.
I think it was 10,000.
Oh, no, that's not.
Well, is there a bond that Mr. Willis could post?
He does not believe that there's a cash surety.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes. $6,000. He posted a $6,000 bond.
Oh.
Barnett did. So you want to make it consistent, we'll make it 6,000?
That's okay.
Yep.
I think it's going to be
Academic.
because I don't believe you can make a cash surety bond. Is Mr. Barnett set for a particular time?
Yeah, when was that? Maybe.
16.
I'll put a project, I'll wait that long, yeah.
Yeah,
He's out on bond.
that on this case if he's probably going to make bond. I'm here next Monday and Friday, and I'm here on the 30th, I'm not here on the 27th. When did you come into custody?
Today, yeah. So we got till the 26th.
Again, I'm here the 23rd.
And I think the 26th is actually, it is, that's Memorial Day. So we'll have to do the 23rd. All right, May 23rd will be the preliminary hearing. This matter at 10 o'clock. Bond is set at 6,000 cash assured.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the court is finished with prisoners.
I'd like to step back and talk to Mr. Willis if I could before they leave.
Yes.
May I take the court file?
Yes.
State of Ohio recalls Gina or Gianna Mason, case number CRB 25-266.
I spoke with Bree, she's in another court case, but she gave me the intake number and they'll have a bed available on Tuesday.
You need to talk to her, Mr. Sire?
Do you understand that basically he's going to have one party to do that, he's going to do well, I think their program is a 30-day program. I believe maybe it's a 30-day program, and then you do aftercare. He can put you in jail for up to 6 months. So it's a better choice.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Your Honor, she's agreeable to that. So we can go forward with that.
Okay. Go ahead and sentence you then. Anything else you want to tell me, ma'am?
No, Judge, I'm trying, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. I had came a long way, before September, I was really bad. I had came a long way. I know you don't see that.
Well, what were you doing before September? Before that, when you started at?
No, I was bad, sir. Like,
Is that when you
I'm now
started-
around my family again.
Is that when you started methadone, was it last fall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, here's my take on it, and I don't have a PhD in addiction medicine or anything like that, or a medical degree, but I've been around it a lot for the last 15 years or so. And here's what I've seen. Methadone in our area is not a good alternative because the providers that give methadone do nothing, and I say nothing, to treat people. They just hand it out. Whatever you want, whatever amount you ask for, they'll eventually give it to you. And you're not the only person. I see people like this all the time. They're taking methadone and they're still testing positive for the most common abused drugs in our community, methamphetamine and fentanyl. And fentanyl is really dangerous. Fentanyl is what kills people. Methamphetamine is bad too, but it takes longer. I mean, if you take methamphetamine for a few years, you're going to have a lot of problems. So this is, the bad news is you're in a bad spot. The good news is there's solutions, and let's take one of those solutions. I know maybe it's not the most convenient thing, I don't know what your circumstances are, but if you got people dependent on you, you're not much use to them right now with what you've got in your system. You're not able to perform very well. So we got to get you clean. This is an opportunity for you to get clean. Get off methadone. I mean, if you need some help, I'd rather see you take buprenorphine or some other alternative to methadone and not go to Huntington Treatment Center for it, because they're terrible. I'll just say it, they're terrible. So is the one in Ashland. We don't have any methadone clinics in this area that I think are reputable or do a decent job with people. It's just licensed drug dealers is all they are. So let's get that situation taken care of.
So I got a question, Your Honor. I'm not trying to make you mad, but so do you want me not to go to the methadone clinic till Tuesday?
Well, you probably need to keep taking it.
I just wanna make sure.
And then they're gonna help you. The good thing with OVP is it's a medical facility, and they have doctors on staff, and they're gonna help you. You can't just stop.
No, if you just stop, you'll have serious health
Okay, well,
problems.
I don't want to do nothing bad, like, I don't
Well,
want to
Just go there until you
You'll
go
go
to
there, and they're
Tuesday.
gonna take you through the transition to get you off of methadone and off of these other things too, fentanyl and methamphetamine. You tested positive for amphetamine, are you getting a prescription for that?
Well, I take an inhaler, like, I don't know what that could be unless it's in the methamphetamine that I got.
I think it's a byproduct of methamphetamine, so it means that she's had older use too.
All right. We'll get you the address where you need to report to, and you can trust that they know medically what to do for you. And they're gonna bring you here for your next hearing and we'll make it a review hearing in 2 weeks, so that's May 30th. So they're gonna bring you here, and if you don't show up, they're gonna let me know, and I'm gonna issue a warrant for you. I don't want you to go to jail, but I don't want you to die either. I'd rather see you in jail than dead.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, let's do what needs to happen to get you clean.
Like that plate.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your
May
Honor.
30th is your next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Adam C. Sloan, case number CRA 24-800 A and B.
Progress reports. You're supposed to graduate in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Give her 30 hours of service. Stay at Walmart.
His wife, now wife, and girlfriend was also arrested in his hands with the same drug on his person. She was put guilty to possession of those drugs in common pleas court, same drugs.
Okay.
Mr. Moore, he's not there. Mr. Moore was her attorney. I talked to him. She's here today to say, hey, those were not his ideas. So I don't know that we reviewed anyone on how to deal with this.
Well, I mean, it does move me. But at the same time, if he's doing treatment, I know, but it's also possible.
It's possible. Are you inpatient or outpatient?
I am outpatient.
Well, let's just come back. Yeah, sure. Yes, thank you. She had a case in college, please, I can say that.
Your Honor, he's making progress in treatment. He's, reports that he's about 3 weeks away from, I'm sorry.
I also lost my insurance, so now I'm gonna.
Okay. He's getting close to the graduation point, but he's also lost his insurance, so he's gonna be paying out of pocket. So that's gonna affect what we're doing as well. Were you employed? Does that get insurance, or what's the issue?
I'd made too much money last month.
He made too much money last month to keep his medical
So you are
card.
working now, or?
Yes. I'm about to begin a new job on Monday, too.
Okay.
I talked to Mr. Heald. This is a situation where both he and his then girlfriend, now wife, were charged with the same quantum of drugs, and her case went on to the grand jury. She's already completed that case in common pleas court and pled guilty to the possession. She's here and says, it wasn't his, it was mine. I'm the one that had it. But with him getting close to kind of completing treatment and wrapping that up, Mr. Hill and I discussed maybe coming back one more time about a month out and considering what to do then. I provided Mr. Hill with a copy of the judgment entry from common pleas court where she pled guilty to the same quantum of drugs.
State's agreeable?
Yes, we want him to go ahead and finish his treatment, and hopefully it's a new start for him and his spouse, and they can walk away from the past and do better. So we'd like to see him get through the program and come back shortly thereafter, and we can conclude it.
And I'm here on the 13th already, and I'm available on the 27th. The 20th is actually when I'm going to be on vacation, so.
Let's do the 27th.
Thank you.
June 27th, that's a Tuesday, you know that.
No, June 27th, Your Honor.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's May 27th.
No, we wanted to go out about a month.
June 27th, that's fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do you want to put it down as Nancy?
You're welcome.
Now, you can just keep it as.
State of Ohio versus Gary Cassini, case number CRA 25253.
Star's case,
This is an unusual situation, Your Honor, in that the alleged incident happened about a month ago, at which point the Sheriff's Department spoke to Mr. Kazee, and he indicated an interest in making a complaint against the complaining witness as well. And the complaining witness actually refused to give a statement or to sign a statement at that time. Then a few weeks pass, the complaining witness shows up at the sheriff's office and gives a statement at that point, signs a statement, and then Mr. Kazee was arrested. I believe he has since signed a statement against the complaining witness, although no charges that I'm aware of have actually flowed out of that yet. We had him here last week on arraignment. He bonded out. We set pre-trial or preliminary for today, and the state was going to subpoena the complaining witness, and the complaining witness isn't here. So I don't know what the state's pleasure at this point is.
Was there a subpoena issued? Did we ask for one?
I don't see one.
Well, what we will do at this point is we'll nollie this and
He has a bond though.
Well, I really don't want to see it nollied for that reason. So
we'll continue
what
again.
I'd like to do is, if we could continue this out for a couple, 3 weeks, let them try to subpoena her so that he can maintain his bond.
Is 2 weeks enough, or you want more?
Well, I'd leave that to them.
Probably 3 weeks would be safe.
Okay, so that's the 6th, I think.
And I am here the 6th. So write that down.
Continue this to June 6th for another preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock.
Okay, don't forget. If you fail. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Karen Hearn, case number CRB 2381. This is 7%.
Mr. Stratton's case, 7%.
May I ask for your?
Yes. Terms is for testing.
May I press your honor?
Yes.
June 6th.
She has completed everything. She's just going on her own. She just continues services.
First sentence is Kara's doing great, exclamation point.
She is.
So that's good. What's the state's pleasure?
Your Honor,
I don't know what we do. I don't know how we get along without her. She's been here so long.
yeah,
I'm sure you will figure out a way.
she's done everything the courts want her to do. She's done really well. Maybe it's time to.
I definitely figured out a new way of living and I'm not willing on giving that up.
That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And this was a theft charge from Walmart that she pled guilty to, and I don't know that she was ever sentenced on it, but if she were sentenced today, we wouldn't ask for her to go to jail. Not that.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Anything that you want to say, Ms. Hearn? You have a right to make a statement.
I appreciate all the help and I got a good road ahead of me.
Okay,
I'm looking
good.
forward to it.
Well, because of all the time you put in and been in the court so many times, I'm gonna not even give you a fine, I'm gonna suspend the court costs.
Appreciate it.
And, congratulate you, and we'll, no jail time. I'm not even gonna worry you stay out of Walmart. That's the worst punishment anybody can possibly give.
Yeah.
Okay. No review hearing, nothing, you're done. Hopefully, you, on your own, you know this is for you and for your life going forward, and your family. So, good luck.
Thank you.
Come back and visit if you wish. but
I
you're
will
required
not.
to.
Definitely will not.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Tommy L. Scarberry, case number TRC 24-2473, A, B, C, and D.
Your Honor, Mr. Scarberry has the driver's class to do. He's scheduled on the 29th of this month.
Okay.
So we just asked that we reset it to sometime after that date.
What's your schedule in June, Mr. Stratt?
Anytime except the 2nd and the 9th.
Okay. How about the 13th of June?
That'll work.
All right, next hearing is June 13th.
June 13th?
That'll be for sentencing.
Oh.
10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Dylan M. Sloan, case number CRB 24676.
Have you paid anything yet?
This is sentencing. Mr. Stratt.
Okay. You gotta get paid today? Today, okay. Oh, okay, all right.
We're looking for cost, I think, right?
Yes,
Restitution.
restitution too.
Okay.
But he's gonna want to know sort of an idea when to pay it.
Just give me another 2 months.
Another
Should
2
be able-
months?
Should be able to get it together.
Let's set it out about a month. You said you need another couple months.
Yes, so I should be able to have half of it paid.
Half.
And I get an actual total of what it is altogether.
Your Honor, we set this on the 13th.
$999, is that the restitution?
Yes, yep.
And really, we had expressed previously that we were extending that offer, but we couldn't go on forever with it. So I think 2 months sounds like forever.
Okay. 1 month? Last month? Then, if it's not resolved then, we'll just go ahead and do the sentencing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, June 16th?
June 16th will work.
I'm going to put no more continuances.
June 16th, pay what you can. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to do a continuance. That's what they're doing.
State of Ohio versus Derek A. Chapman, case number TRC 24-1275A.
Hey there. So OVP, so everything going good? Yep. Okay. Do you have a letter in there from OVP, Your Honor?
From who?
OVP?
Let me see. Brina texted me. Let me see what she said.
Okay. I forgot to look and see that she wasn't here.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
I've got some other people.
Guy back there named Dixon or something. They say it's your camp, your client wants to talk to you, they're holding jail. So you go back. So when you clear up, you go back there.
Why'd they bring him forward?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll go talk to him.
I do not have a report.
Oh, okay.
from Mr. Chapman.
What do you want to do about that, Your Honor?
How about, let's do a urine screen.
Okay, yeah,
Do that,
All right.
and then we'll come back after this.
all right.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Fuller, case number CRB 171016.
Yes. This is on the sentencing docket because there's a bond up, community service still owed, and fines and court costs. And restitution. Okay, do you have any payment today, Mr. Fuller?
I get paid today. It'll be probably Monday,
How much are you gonna pay?
100.
Okay, you gotta get your community service done too. You give me a promise of when you're gonna do community service.
I will get as much in as I can this coming week.
How about tomorrow?
Oh yeah, you can do Saturdays, can't you?
So you'll be out here tomorrow?
Yeah.
He's taking it down. You'll let me know if you don't show up.
I'll be here.
Okay.
I forgot about the Saturday thing.
Okay, June 20th will be your next review here.
June 20th, 10 o'clock.
It's not review, it's sentencing. I said review, but it's sentencing. Okay. Because you got a bond up, so it's a sentencing, June 20th.
All right. And that's at
Get your
10?
Community service done.
Okay, at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Haverly, case number TRD 23-418, TRC 191630. This is in the Rainbow phase.
Okay. And sir, you're Christopher Haberlin?
Yes, sir.
This was set for Monday, May 12th. Looks like you weren't here then, is that right?
That's correct.
Do you have an explanation for that?
I was actually at a doctor's appointment.
Okay, well, we like to think we trump doctor's appointments, so you really got to come here first rather than go there. And you got a bond up, so. Okay, so what are we doing? You've got, okay, so one case is finished, 19/16/30, looks like, okay, it looks like that's done. You still have 23/418.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe Mr. DeWater sent you a message when
Is he representing you?
I went and spoke to him, and his advice to me was check and see what the states, see what their, what was he said, what their, I don't remember what he said. But he also didn't realize that I was scheduled back for the DIP program at Lawrence County, July 31st through August 3rd.
Okay, you said the water?
Yes.
I don't have anything. Yeah, that's from a while ago, though, I think. Yeah, from 23. Okay, you got a bond up now with Sowards. Are you intending to go back to Mr. DeWater and have him
Yes.
represent you?
Yes, absolutely.
And this is, it's just on a failure to reinstate your driving privileges, so it's not the crime of the century, but you need to get them reinstated. Are they reinstated now?
No, I go through the DIP program on July 31st through August 3rd.
Okay.
I was scheduled once before for it, and right when
Well, I thought, and that's why I thought it was finished, because I saw, I got a letter from Lawrence County Recovers that said you were rescheduled last fall.
I was scheduled for it, and that's when I had a heart attack.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're actually not finished on that case?
No,
Okay,
sir.
well, I'll continue. When are you scheduled to do the DIP school?
Not till July 31st through August the 3rd.
Okay. So we'll go into August for your next year. I'll set it for August 15th on both cases. That gives you lots of time to get everything completed.
Sounds good.
August 15th, and that's going to be as a sentencing because you've got a bond up. 10 o'clock, August 15th.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Anthony Gianmarco, case number CRB 24724.
Okay, so you pled guilty and I already sentenced you. Get that out.
Yes, Your Honor, I can do some explaining if you let me.
Okay, I'll let you.
Okay, so it was a dumb mistake, okay? I faked. I was so serious I faked. I was at work, I left my vape at the house. Dude hands me a vape to go smoke. When I come back, I'm going to get THC vape. Very next morning, I go straight to Q. I tell him, hey man, dude told me it was THC vape, but I don't know if it's going to show up in my system or not. Come Wednesday, it shows up in my system, right? Come Thursday, they decided they were taking my job, my school, everything. So I called the recovery branch.
Who's taking your job?
Southern Hope. So I called.
Are you working for them or?
No, I was working for Roosters.
How could they take your job? They wouldn't let you go?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me go. So I called the recovery branch. When I got there that night, Thursday night, I tested clean. So I wasn't smoking. I wasn't even trying to smoke. You know, it was not intentional. And this place is better. Even though they got more groups, there's less people. They can give you more attention. They can help you more. It's a really nice place. And to be honest with you, you ain't gonna have another bad report out of me. Period, not from this place.
Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. You know, I don't let people decide when they're gonna leave treatment and that they're gonna take it upon themselves to select where they're gonna go. So I find you in contempt for doing that. I sentence you to 2 days of jail. Recovery range, if you want to pick him up from the jail on Sunday, you can do so. He's going to jail today for 2 days.
Okay, thank you.
And then I'm going to give you another hearing date. And you're willing to go back there if they're willing to take you?
I love that place.
Okay, June the 16th, I'll see you back here for his next review hearing at 9 o'clock.
So you hold my bed?
So when you're down there in jail, you tell all those other prisoners, hey, Capper's not messing around. You can't leave treatment on your own without getting his permission. Spread the word.
Got it. All right, thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Derek Chapman, case number PRC 241275A.
That mark on there for fentanyl is negative. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, it says negative. He's positive for alcohol.
Yeah, I had a drink yesterday.
Yesterday.
So that's not good. Well, I think we just need to go ahead and do the sentencing. I mean, he's already pled. He's been trying to avoid jail, but I don't think that's going to happen now. Too many mess-ups.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Chapman, anything you want to say?
No.
This is on, I guess the question is this considered a second or a first offense? It's a high test score, 26. There's a prior in 2016.
It's the second. My score.
All right, Mr. Chapman, anything else you want to tell me?
No.
also Brad. Don't have bandwidth for sporting events.
Okay, so on the ODI, I'm going to pose a $1,000 fine because it's the second high score.
Let's see what he does.
Where the cost be paid. I'll order a 2-year license suspension, so $730 days. There was no proof of insurance, is that correct?
Yeah.
$60 days in jail. I'll suspend 40. 2 years of well before probation. He's got 20 days, he's reporting today.
I need to go home.
60 hours of community service.
I can be here Monday for sure. I just need to get my stuff at home locked up. And see if I
His
can
order
get
is a
some
complete substance use
whites.
treatment.
Your Honor, may he report Monday?
No, he's on today.
No, that'd be something to call my friend.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll let you.
This review hearing will be August 1st.
Can I smoke a cigarette?
Oh, that's, I don't have decisions over that. Probably not.
On the failure to display registration, $30 fine. No court costs because it was on the other case. I think that's the only charge. Okay, I'm all right with you going back to OBP for your counseling, but you're required on a second offense to seek treatment, which you have been, but you haven't been successful yet. So when you come August 1st, I'm going to need a report.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's commanded in the hands of the sheriff. The only thing we got left is the one screen. Or is that it? Okay. That's it. Court's adjourned.
Those are extras. Spares. You know, when I heard that she wasn't gonna make it to court, I said to Roger, well, let's go ahead and dismiss it. I kinda had the idea that she just didn't wanna come to court. But then, so I had to back out on that, and he's kind of sore at me about it.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, this.
And I don't know what to do. One thing is, not like the other case, not like the co-defendant.
Right. The whole thing is really messed up because it's like. It's really odd. And it just.
I'd like to make his clear. I'd love to make that into a meme that I could put. I'd like to tag that on all of my emails.
I think at the bottom.
So people can click on that.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I wish I was better at like editing.
Yes, me
all
too.
that stuff. I'd like to, on the OVI things, I'd love to be able to just take little clips. And I know there's a way to do it, but I just don't have the patience.
Yeah. All I want is to be able to send a link through an email. So I would have to put burn it on the CDs. I mean, because it's like I download it, then I gotta burn it, and then I gotta keep up with them. Which is fine, I only have to bring them over here.
It's a pain.
But it's a time thing too, because like we'll get the video, we may get it late. It would be so easy if I could just send them the link, they get the email.
Sure.
And everybody has it. You
Just
can
like-
review it.
just
You can
like
read
Axon.
it. They can review it with their client right out there in the
And
lobby.
I guarantee you that system that they have does the same thing that Axon does. Otherwise, they bought a really stupid system.
Yeah, why would you say you can't download it? I mean, look at how many people you have to get that information to.
Yeah.
I mean, the sheriff's office knows. They have so many people they have to get that information to. So why are they making it so hard to even get in there? Like, if it, I mean, if you want to be that encrypted and you don't want, I mean, then just don't allow us to have it. Or we're just going to start telling them it's up to them to get it. I mean, let us have a link, please. That download link is so easy. And they just open it up on their phones.
Well, yeah. Well, that and we don't need to download every single one.
My computer is so full. As soon as I send a discovery, after I type the discovery up and I send it via email, I have to delete it immediately because I have no room on my computer to keep any of that because I have to keep all these videos and all of these Lawrence County Sheriff's downloads. And, you know, and like, you have to keep them until the case is resolved. And, you know, rather than going back and deleting them, I don't need them. I'm afraid I'm gonna need them.
I'm gonna have some pictures you can sign in just a minute.
Yes, I'm backed up, I'm sorry.